There's a quote that's similar, but I want to make sure I get this so I can edit it later and put it in the beginning of the video. This is not the easiest of videos to watch. Not because Will's like doing anything bad, but rather it's just watch this, but know that it might not be suitable for younger audiences. Part of me wants to put it 18 plus, but also it's like it's not really 18 plus.
It's like PG-13.
It's like mature PG-13, right? If you have kids in the room, they might not like this. Is not one of those like family friendly kind of episodes. Not all of mine are. Some of them are about suicide. One's about getting shot in the head.
God bless.
You know Joe Rudd?
No.
Black belt Joe. Joe, he went over to Iowa.
Oh, Joe got what?
He got 22 to the head.
Woo!
That was like 10 years ago.
I had no idea.
So he talked about that.
Okay.
Just so I have this on the edit so I can edit this in the beginning. It's not for everyone. Be careful. Like, viewer discretion is advised. Anyways.
Testing, you are gay.
It definitely got that.
Why am I so fucking short?
Well, you see, there's this thing called genetics.
It's a good day.
That's it.
Tuesday.
Still ugly.
And I am proud.
Look at it.
Oh, the intro is going to be so enjoyable.
Love you too. Bye. You just old head, so you just drones on about bullshit instead of just answering the question. You know how it is.
This is the difference between someone who has on the spectrum and someone who's not. It's a big difference.
What's that?
It's like, get to the point. Well, you see, my
fucking tell me!
It's exactly the point. Like, every single time.
I'm not even mad. Just fucking tell me.
Like, what are we doing? Where am I supposed to be? Where am I not supposed to be?
I like binary.
Mm-hmm.
I love people in the fact they're expressive, but I like binary. When it comes down to input, output, information, just fucking get it out, dude. I'm gonna lose my shit. It's every dude. He just drones, man. He's like classic old head. He's always got like a stogue. Always got a stogue. La-di-da-di-da. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, this is sick.
Romans 12.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that one I can't sell because the wording is apparently copywritten, but
You're telling me the Bible's got a copyright?
The translation has a copyright.
KJV?
ESV.
Okay.
The
wow.
uncopywritten version is do not be conformed. Oh, no, Romans. Did I say Romans 14? Romans 12. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove to what is good, well-pleasing, and perfect will of God.
It's fantastic.
I know.
I like that.
I didn't even find it myself. Someone else found it, and I was like, hey, I like that. I'm going to steal it. Yeah.
Give me that.
Is the fabric and everything good?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Perspicacious infallibility. Backed by... That's Andrew Tate.
Okay, I'm just going to... Don't love your job your love. Have you heard that one?
Yes. Stupid.
And the other guy was like, yes, that's great. Whoa, yeah.
So money doesn't matter, you say.
Have you seen all those memes of people, like artists, and they're like doing the stupidest thing, and you're like, if that's art, then I'm
right. Why am I not making money?
Exactly.
It's that when people do that with very just dumb things, I think of that. I don't know what the guy's name. The fucking African dude is always like,
copy lame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean, it's also if you can convince people that it's something worth buying, it's just that.
Right. That's all it is. The funny part is, though, a lot of those people aren't marketers at all. They just they did something, were either ignorant enough to not know shame or just don't care. And then people liked it for whatever. It's probably not even because of the art. It's probably because of what you're talking about. They did something.
It's usually sales is people already know logically they want it. They just need an emotional reason for it.
Right. Just tug.
And then sometimes it's like, oh, I emotionally want that. Is it a logical thing to get? It's like either way, you get a sale. And if you can't get both, then what's the point in selling anything?
Humanity is exactly why I'm so comfortable doing my shit, because if I fail, I fail. I can just go do normal people things. Because what do I excel at the most? Human engagement. And that's what everything is. You're just trying to glue people together regardless of what the fucking objective is.
And that's why you don't have much social media. This is the most Will Cottingham on the internet.
Yeah, and I should do better about it.
Yeah. I mean, you're still like
well, it's all pseudo-anon.
Golden retriever.
Hot all the time.
Why are you like that?
Probably... I gotta get deep. Probably being weird as fuck and not super well received as like a young kid. And I mean young, like pre-high school.
Okay, what was that life like?
So Private school right down the road, actually. It was called Dominion Academy. Shout out Dominion Academy. Some of the homies are still around. And private school was cool. Super, super sociable, God-centric, but really fun. We had a lot of activities, a lot of extracurricular activities outside of school as groups. Transition from that to middle school was like absolute fucking night and day culture shock, because you go from, everyone bullies everyone. It's not a big deal. It's a childhood thing. But the tone of it, so much more extreme in middle school. Because I went from, again, sweet little private academy, small classes, to J. Lupton Simpson Middle School. And I'm talking, I still remember, I go in there, I'm like chubby, super chubby, a big old round face, almost a bowl cut because I'm in the middle growing my hair out. I'm cool. I got my fucking Vote for Pedro t-shirt on, bro, as a fat boy. And it had those like cinched collars on everything, so it like made me even fatter looking. And I got plaid shorts on and some dope yellow free runs. Get made fun of all fucking day. Just get absolutely smoked. And that's how middle school started, and that's how middle school stayed.
You're saying it very enthusiastically, but I feel like it's like a whole, like, it was very traumatizing.
Well, because it sucked dick. It was dark, dude. It was absolutely traumatizing. I've still got my diary or journal, whatever, because we're dudes, right? I still got my journal from back then. Dude, dark. It's like I literally put it in the pocket, locked the key, and threw it away because I can't recall the trauma, the pain, whatever. But reading what I wrote, fuck yeah, I was miserable all through middle school. No self-confidence, no conviction, no self-worth, and just struggled to make friends. Did well outside of school, was really good at my sports, especially soccer. So I had a good, camaraderie there, good team, brotherhood, all that, but school sucked. Forced social interaction sucked.
What was it about the social interaction? Was it more that they didn't work with you or you didn't work with them?
Being older now, it's obviously, you now know it's both because it always is your fault too. I guess part of it is, first of all, I'm weird as fuck to this day, and I know all of you will attest to that.
I'm well aware. That's why do you think you're here?
Okay, fair enough.
The people on the spectrum are the only ones worth talking to.
Never been tested, never gonna know. You're right. Point is, right, so definitely different. Different coupled with a very small Christian upbringing and sports-centric, keeping me away from the noise and the general, like, just hangout stuff other kids might have done. I don't know that I personally properly learned how to socialize. I can see that looking back now, because I definitely struggle with, in modern day, I would say just don't give a fuck about what people call barriers. I'm going to be open. I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to let you be well received. I'm going to give you that chance. But I'm also not concerned about, like, the gym, for example, right? Like where we met. I'm going to fucking come up and say hello. If you don't want to talk, you can tell me to fuck off. It's not even going to bother me. But I'm absolutely going to come compliment you, say what's up, give you a dap, whatever it is, because why not? And I've always had that lack of barrier. So I think that was a problem younger, coupled with being not people's cup of tea. Weird Christian dude, kind of fat, weird little hobbies. I don't know. I think a lot of it was on me looking back. And then a lot of it was like, I didn't grow up with everybody. We didn't go to the same elementary schools. And the fact that I had that disconnect in some of their hobbies or likes, it just made it harder.
Is there a difference between boundaries and barriers? Because I feel like barriers is like a vertical thing, whereas boundaries is more just a line, like a line in the sand.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess there is a hard difference. And again, in my world, either way, if I'm comfortable looking at that person and thinking I need to say something, I'm just going to say something.
How do you distinguish between being impulsive with your thoughts and then also regulating it? Because there's like I'm extroverted. I like talking to people. I like going up to people. I like doing stupid things to people. Like I'll grab your chest and honka honkas, right? But the problem is, like, I'll also might do that to someone who I'm like, I've seen you all the time, and they're like, I don't even know you.
The level of connectivity that I might feel to that person is probably different than what they think. I know what you're saying. How do I level the difference between impulsion and
regulation?
2 seconds of, ooh, should I? I don't know that I really do. I mean, in very serious situations or important foci, not a problem. very, very, very good, right? But social grace, I guess where you could say I lack it would be the impulse control, because I just don't really fucking care.
Does it have to tie into, I'm not very good at emotional tension. I hate emotional
I don't
tension.
mind.
And mostly that's because when I was growing up, a lot of it was like, how do I break this? Every time like all the emotions started building up, it's like, how do I break it? And so like at this point it's
Like overwhelming too quickly.
yeah. And like the second it gets that, I'll say the stupidest thing. People think I'm crazy or like on the spectrum. And it's like, yeah, it's just how I break it and I'll come back to it. Are you the same way or are you different?
It's funny because this is brought up to me a lot in terms of what I do with the blockchain and the crypto stuff. Or just finance in general, because a lot of guys are TradFi here. Have you read this book? You know this quote? You know this guy? There's all these, they point to these external things that have made them better. And in the least egotistical way, I always say, I have no fucking idea who that is. Or I've never read that book. And it's meant in not a dismissive way. It's usually accompanied with them complimenting or commenting on something I do or something they notice I do differently than them, whether it's positive or negative. And it's about oftentimes centric around my ability to engage people in that unfiltered and charismatic way. And they always say, where'd you learn it? Where'd it come from? Frankly, I think it's just the way I've developed as a person, because I never tried to find a solution. I never went and looked to somebody or something to go, how do I be Will, but a better Will? Of course, my faith, but I mean, I've never looked to a certain mentor and gone deep into their notes or anything. This is who I am.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Whenever someone's like, I have a mentor, I'm like, you can't learn everything from one source.
I have many mentors, and they have incredibly important roles in my life. But then if you're going to try to say, what did they give me? Specifically, it's just niche advice pertaining to whatever they're best at, whether it's a personal or a social trait, or whether it's their outlet, be it finance, investment, humanitarian works, whatever it is. I'm very interested and curious and see how good they are at what they do. I want to increase my bandwidth and my output.
Well, I have 4 tangents, but I also have to make sure it's not too many tangents.
No, you're good.
There was one thing a couple months ago that I saw on Instagram. It was dealing in like romantic relationships, but it could be, just relationships in general. That there are 2 different people. There's one that expects everything out of a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and then one who expects only as much as they're shown that they are capable of giving.
I know what you mean.
One person with 100 friends, or you have one person with like 10 friends. And it's like, the more options you have, the more you choose what you want to do, not so much what you get chosen to do.
Right.
So, third tangent, and which will lead to the question, do you understand life to live it, or do you live life to understand it?
Ooh. It's definitely the second.
Second one.
Fuck yeah.
You live life to understand it.
How do you understand it if you don't live it?
Well, I understand it so I can live it. It's
How so?
So in this case, like whenever I talk to people, so I think as of right now, I have like 1,250 years of experience between all the people I've talked to. Right. Now, do I get 1,250 years? No, the first 10 years I don't even remember. So I like the way you think, right, because it's counter to what I do. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to like read a book about how to swim and then read 20 volumes of it and then start to swim. Like I'll learn 40%, be like, okay, I don't have to make all these mistakes, which is like the first episode I did with, do you know Tim Wallen? Blue belt, Tim, Swedish guy.
I don't think I've met him. He's over at the gym though.
Yeah.
Okay, introduce me.
So his first episode took like a month to get through, because that one episode, the first recorded one that ended up getting publishing, that one I learned so much about what I needed to improve on that the second one became a lot easier.
Okay.
So it's like
but isn't that ironically living to learn?
Understanding it to live it versus living it to understand it. It's not an absolute, right? But it's like, is it like
there's a spectrum
is
to
it
it
like
all.
40-60 or 30-20 or 30-80, 30-70 math?
I don't want to hard cap it, because I think day to day I flux, but I'm incredibly hard into right-wing politics.
Oh yeah. We talk about hard stuff, but then he's like politics. Okay.
Well, I almost did the thing. You guys know what I mean. Anyways,
I'm glad this is like audio for some people.
it's not a joke. Anyways, I'm super hard into just live. And here's why. Cool quote. I don't know that I'm going to get it exact, but cool quote I heard very recently that I've heard before, forgot, was you're born looking like your parents, but it's the way you live your life that shapes what you look like when you die, right? And that's not just a physiological thing. That's it's mental and emotional and a social thing. So fuck it, go live. And if you actually, history and sociology was my cup of tea. You go all the way back to even Aristotle and Plato, all the way up to the modern wokeism. What does it actually all boil down to? Shut the fuck up. Get out of your own head. Do not be the thinker. Go live. Because that's what you have to do. Every great person just did shit. They got told not to do it by everyone around them, but they did it anyways. Because if you go off of information too hard or existing knowledge too hard, you're going to absolutely limit your willingness to perform things, try new things, experience new things, because you're going to have this preconceived notion of what the fuck it is from someone else who's never experienced the things you think and feel. Why the fuck would I waste my time listening to what Bill thinks about Taekwondo when I can take my fat ass down the street to the same studio with just as much time and just learn for myself? I don't know. So, do I read? Do I digest? Do I pay attention? I do. But I would say it's at least 70% just go find out.
Okay. Just because I haven't figured out the other tangent I want to go off of, do you live with the idea? So I was thinking about this last day or so. Do you have one personality that lives multiple lives, or do you have multiple personality that lives one life?
I mean, I don't know that I would say multiple personalities, but we all put on different faces, right? Everything's a theater.
That's why I said personality. So for me, I have different personalities. I have like my extroversion one, I have the working one, I have my podcast one, I've got the racist one, I've got the weirdly doesn't make any sense. He's kind of right. I've got that personality. So it's like all of that makes up the identity.
But I don't know that those are different personalities. I think those are pieces to the puzzle that makes Aaron.
So what's the difference for you between personality and identity? Or are they synonyms?
I guess I don't know deep like the literal definition of each.
Your definition. Screw what other people.
No. I'm just trying to trying to give a comparison, right? I don't know that I fully digest the objective stupid fucking
That's fine.
word,
Subjective
belief of it.
Subjective is what I'm looking for.
I think there's too many words. And I don't mean that in a dumb way. I mean that in a, I think we try to make everything so expansive and deep and niche that there's too many words. Who you are is who the fuck you are. And if you need to do, we could say code switch. Like I saw a funny TikTok the other day of this black dude talking about, you really think Becky talks like that at home? You really think white people don't code switch? You think they corporate speak? You think Bill comes home from work and goes, well, hello, dear. I hope the casserole's fucking terrific. Those are the best burnt buns you've ever made me. Like, they don't do that. We're all humans. So, yeah, does he put on a face at work? Of course he does. Because it's something we've societally come to agree upon. But that's still a piece of who Bill is. Because Bill isn't not home Bill when he's at work. He's just trying to put it in the proper box at the time needed. Minimize it, quiet it, whatever it is, to get through that portion of the day. So like, for example, if I'm in different environments, in the gym, fucking insane. On the golf course, there's a level of decorum. And there's a way to go about things that I simply cannot do the things in the gym that I do out there. And I don't mean the dress code, obviously, but, you know, the way you act, the things you say. Or at a funeral, or at work, or whatever. I'm sure
if they didn't have a dress code, you would come in a singlet.
Oh, dude, I'm so mad. I've asked, because I used to do stupid TikToks. I called myself Mighty Midget Golf.
Mighty Midget.
Roblox character, baby.
Mighty Midget. I like that.
It's beauty.
I love that.
And I always used to ask the head pro over there, now the owner, shout out Willie, you're dope. He'd never let me wear cutoff polo, man. All them ladies be going out there, you know, booty cheeks basically hanging out, tight little top thing, no sleeves, titties fucking unzipped. And I'm like, can a jacked bro just let the biceps eat when I'm on the golf course? And he just won't let me do it. So would I completely dismiss the dress code? No, but I would absolutely wear like cut off polo. It's fucking cool.
So is it one identity that creates multiple personalities to adapt to different parts of life? And that one identity isn't firm, but it's you. You are the identity.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I am who I am in all situations. It's just sometimes I know when to shut the fuck up certain pieces of me. So I don't. Here again, I don't know that I would use the word personalities as much as I would just use. There's a time and place for decorum, and so certain situations call for me to not be this and tone myself back. And I do that person to person. Again, the history and the sociology really helped me, someone who couldn't fucking get people till way later in life than my peers, I thought. Ironically, I'm way more fucking comfortable than everyone I grew up with. But all that struggle to be accepted, liked, wanted, appreciated, I never felt good about it. I never felt like it really happened. And so I think that made it really fucking easy to make other people feel that way as an adult. And so now I'm very emotionally mature. I'm just immature in my actions because it makes me happy. So I would say I regulate well when needed. Even if I am rhythmtismed the fuck up. If that's the case, who knows? If I am, I'm very good at masking. Would I guess be the best way to put it. Because it is hard for me to chill the fuck out.
Intuition and discernment. Do you use that a lot when you're trying to make...
Intuition's key. I listen to it way more than I try to slow things down and use discernment.
Is your intuition based off of logic or based off emotion?
Both, because I think it's a culmination of your experiences. So you feed the quick intuitive logic and reasoning portion through life experiences. And, emotional clarity, comfort within oneself and the ability to be uncomfortable without truly being clouded and uncomfortable. Again, the longevity and the culmination of life experiences, it makes it easy to use them simultaneously at speed.
Would you... were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. Would you say you're more logical or more emotional?
Emotional as fuck. Oh, yeah. That's just who we are. I think people fucking really, really, really try to suppress who they are. And I'm not saying everyone needs to be hyper expressive, but you can definitely feel that people tone themselves down unnecessarily out of fear of not being well received.
Is that why you like tradition so much? That's why you like the way that your parents live their life?
Oh, we live very different, but respect to tradition, super important because again, I'm God-centric, so it's where you come from. I mean, lineage is important. Heritage is important. Pride in the proper sense, important. Why would you not? Dude, my name is Richard William Cottingham II. I want a fucking plaque, but I want to earn that plaque. I want to put the giant family crest up. I want to do all the shit that's cool and shows poise and pride and dominion and power. Because I think it's important that if one can achieve it, one does.
It's going to be a stupid question. Why do you want to earn it? Why don't you just want it given to you?
Because no one's fucking happy who just receives things. And there's a difference between being gracious for a gift, Christmas, birthday, and just, here's a fucking house, here's a car, here's a trust fund, go live life. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that? No wonder everyone in high society is an absolute mess. I mean, we live in hedonism 101 for the modern world, dude. Loudoun County is the absolute fucking epicenter of sex, drugs, and rock and roll running the fucking world. It is what it is.
Yeah, describe hedonism.
Hedonism?
Hedonism, yeah.
Debauchery. I mean, we have a incredibly moralless, just salacious environment here. Everyone cheats on each other. Everyone's doing drugs. Everyone's running around lying, cheating, stealing, thieving. Everyone's a GC or government adjacent or directly involved. We're a hotbed of bullshit. We are. And we don't have real community. In microcosms we do, but we all pocketed ourselves. And everyone's afraid to say this shit, dude. Bunch of fucking Indians moved in here, and that's dope. You're good at what you do, rock on. Welcome to America. This place is fucking cool. But why did you go make Little India and not actually fucking join my melting pot we supposedly give a fuck about? Why is there Little Korea? Why do black people continue to put themselves into communities to this day? Why do white people try to gatekeep themselves into certain communities? If we're this supposed amazing, grandiose melting pot the world's supposed to look at like a citadel, why can't we do it? And this area is the absolute burden of proof of that. It just is. It just is, man. And it's not dirty. And I wish people would grow the fuck up and recognize that tolerance, acceptance, and the ability to live with people you disagree with is one thing, but trying to force cohesion in ways we just don't want is also a bad idea. Because there's cultural mixing and sometimes it doesn't work.
I guess, so I was trying to go off of the tangent of the emotion side. Like, people will default to who they have always been. Even no matter how much the mask goes on, eventually they will default. I'm trying to find a good quote that I have, which this one is not bad. Okay. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have these because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit.
It is, oftentimes. Now, people are born with certain traits and mannerisms that make them more likely to excel. And some of that's physiological, right? Like, you're fucking 6'3" Chad, absolute fucking unit.
And you're bound to be leading something.
Dude, you could be dumb as dirt and people are just going to look at you with that objectivity and put you in a place of authority. And we've seen it time and time again. And if you couple that with a determinate mind, you're unstoppable. So there is nature involved in it, but nature also tells you it's never the big dog who's running the show. I mean, Washington's more of an anomaly with that. The fact that old shout out GW, he made this bitch. The fact that crazy redhead was 6'3" with horse teeth in the 1700s. Your average Englishman was my height, dude. I'm short as fuck modern day. I'm 5'7" though. I was normal stout dude back in the day. I was average. Everyone was that. Napoleon was 5'7". All your great leaders that are made fun of for being small were normal sized people. And if you look at, I don't know their names, but there's cool military people in, like, you know, special forces we all reference. Dave is a perfect fucking example. They're smaller than you think. Dave's a fucking terrifying unit of a human being. He's so smart, so unassuming, calm, cool, and collected, and he could break your fucking neck and delete the evidence in the same 5 seconds. He's who actually runs the world. Dave's run the world. It's crazy. So, I don't know. It's almost like, do we Roman theater ourselves with everything? Or do hard evidences like someone's stature or objective measures like IQ, do they matter as much as we think they do? Or again, is it fucking popcorn?
I have a great tangent for this one. Theodore Roosevelt. We do not admire the man of timid peace. We admire the man who embodies victorious effort. It is hard to fail, but it is worse to never have tried to succeed. In this life, we get nothing save by effort. Freedom from effort in the present merely means that there has been stored up effort in the past.
That's how I live. In short, that is exactly how I live. I get asked all the time. All right, I'm 32 years old. Am I where I want to be financially? Abso-fucking-lutely not. No, I'm not. Why? Because I left, I was fucking co-owner of a mortgage branch. We were building our own thing. Life's going fine. I said, fuck everything. Let me chase this technological niche that I know nothing about, have never been versed in, trained in, schooled in any capacity. But I see something. And I will fucking hate myself if I don't try. And so I quit all of my traditional route and comfort that I had been working on to be pursuant to something that's kicked me in the fucking teeth for 5 years, and I've never been more fulfilled.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
Because it's fun. It's a pursuit. I see an objective end that not only can provide me sustainability and comfort and build a big family like I want to, because it does take a lot of money nowadays. I want a bunch of kids. I'm an only child. My girl's an only child. Want a big family. Not only is that important, but dude, I'm terrified of where we're going. with technology and socioeconomic alignment. And so even though I'm not brilliant enough to be the Sam Altman, I'm not fucking Peter Thiel and Alex Carpet Palantir. The fact that I can enter the arena in a blockchain, cryptomatic, and AI technological hub with my humanitarian excellence and my financial understanding, I've got to be able to carve out something where I've made enough of an impact on the people that have been in proximity to me during my build that regardless of how successful it is monetarily, I'll be able to pivot that understanding and that depth back to reality for the 99% that don't know what the fuck's going on in the hub and prevent what I'm fearful of, which is, dude, that 2030 agenda, although the year might be loose, is not a fucking joke. You will own nothing and you will be happier. Nah, that's bullshit. I don't want global communism with a central agency, but that's where we're headed. And so it seems as though that flat circle of time is finally coming back to kingdoms, serfdom, feudal, more lord-like organizational hierarchies. The nation state is dwindling because of technology, because of our socioeconomic alignment globally, regardless of how much we're enemies with other people. We really are no longer the United States of America, the nation. We're becoming the United States of America, the city of the world. The capital of the world is in our backyard. But that's all we are now to everyone else who's not from here.
If that's the eventuality, if that's how the world is going to go, right. I know where you're going to go with this, but why not just conform with that?
Before I answer that, to finish the feudal point, what I see the realignment becoming is not necessarily what they, I know they are, what they seem to want is a unified oligarchy, if you will, of the major nations to be representative of this government, right? I don't think we're going to end up with a global government. I think we're going to move away from statehood, nation statehood, to alignments based on ideological thought or economic ties. Like, you're going to see the rise, I shit you not, I think you're going to see the rise of like the Amazon state, the Tesla or the X state, the Elon state, right? The too big to fail idea, the BlackRock, whatever, however the fuck it conforms. I think you're going to see an absolute schism where people just circle around the things that they're most attached to. And that's what's killing culture, and that's what's killing community, and that's what makes this place so complicated now when it should be so easy. Now to answer conformity, because conformity is gay. And I mean gay like it's 1995 for those of you soft as fuck. 9. You read 100, you're a gay fag. You know what I mean? Like, don't be gay. Like, be who you are. And be true to yourself. And if you're true to yourself and you have faith, you know that, dude, as much as it sucks to say, the communistic approach, the socialistic approach, it just never fucking works. Because power is always going to be consolidated. It's a human trait. We're evil at our core. We fight against it as best we can, regardless of who you pray to or what you believe in. We fight against it. And so if we're always going to organize ourselves based on the most nepotistic way and the ability to insulate our people, the more central at scale that is, the more terrifying it becomes. And the idea of freedom of thought goes away even quicker. You couple that with technological advancements like the Neuralink, the AI, quantum on the way, digitizing everything, removal of physicality of cash, money in any scale. You're cooked if you conform. Your fight back is the only thing you got left when nothing's tangible anymore. I mean, dude, in China, they just turn your button off. That's why there's so many young men homeless on the streets. They just turn their button off. Their IP is blocked. Their ID is blocked. Their WeChat's blocked. They can't even communicate, let alone go buy a fucking soda. They can't even get a job. So what do? You just die. Fuck that.
So you're trying to become self-sustainable in your own way?
In a silly way, because I don't know that people believe I'm capable of it. I also just think people think it's not ever going to happen. But
well, screw what they think. What do you think?
I actually think that I really want to get rich as fuck because I'm so afraid of the economic shift happening. I want to be able to buy my homies. That's the short way to say it. Whether it's giving them a job, whether it's just insulation, like we have a compound or something, who knows how it's going to go. I just want to be able to protect my people I care about. That's it. I want to be able to have a bunch of babies, raise them in the right institutions, and provide them the right chain of thought so they don't go down some of these dark paths if you can help it. And just help people.
Tangent on going down the dark path.
Yeah.
What's your viewpoint on emotional manipulation?
Incredibly easy to do in the modern day.
Do you see it more positive or more negative?
Oh, it's absolutely done in a more negative light. Because again, the selfish thought, the ego.
What about when you want to help someone, but the only way to be able to get to their mind is to what would be considered manipulation, even though you have good intentions behind it?
I don't think I've ever intentionally manipulated somebody. I'm sure, whether for a selfish reason or not, I've done it to people. We've all done it, right? But I've never gone into something like, I see they're struggling with X, so I'm gonna go through this convoluted scheme to convince, fuck that, it's not worth my time. There's so many people in this world, dude. If I can't be my authentic self and I can't connect with you on some level, and it can be a fuck you level. I might come into someone's life and I can tell that I just fucking grind their gears and piss them off. But I can see that there's somewhere, and maybe it's just me being crazy, somewhere I see an objective connectivity. Whether it's on a thought, whether it's on an outlet, I see something in them and I'm like, they can do better than what they're doing for themselves. And I also think, very selfishly, it makes us better to try to make other people better.
How do you define being selfish?
Doing things that you're only literally doing for yourself. You're not your main reason for interacting with it is not benevolent. It's to make you feel better, X, Y, or Z. Insert emotion here.
But isn't that just like life in general? Because you can't control how other people feel, but you can't control how you feel yourself.
You can control how you react to everything, but I also think that life's deep and it's meant to be interconnected. And so, like, who am I to be able to wake up on a Saturday, go play around in golf with my dad, come home, catch up with the boys, work on the project, get things pushing forward, check in on my homies who live down the street in Ashburn like I do every day, go see my little girl Violet, a 15-year-old dog we rescued from a shitty owner, smoke a bowl, say what's up, have a good day, and then go fucking bang weight, hang out with my girlfriend, maybe talk to the homies on Discord, get on a game. Who am I to have that kind of a beautiful day if along the way I saw someone having a shitty day and I didn't even just say, like, it's all good? You know what I mean? That's shitty, and that is selfish.
But would that be selfish? Because that's the life that you live.
It's selfish because, again, what did it cost me to be kind? 5 fucking seconds?
Well, you're kind to yourself.
True, but what did it cost me to be externally kind and gracious?
Well, that's also depending on your receptiveness to that person, plus your familiarity with that person.
I don't think you need to be familiar with fucking anybody to be nice. That's exactly what I think is lost in this locality that's not necessarily lost. Dude, I got a lot of family in the greater Myrtle Beach area. Southern North Carolina to Myrtle Beach. We'll leave it there, right? It's a trope and it's a little bit of a joke. Oh, bless your heart, all that. But they really mean it. They're kind, salt of the earth people. And you don't get that here. We'd be so much fucking happier this is the best place on earth to live. No, it's not the most fun, dude. But this is the best place on earth. And we make it shit for ourselves because we choose not to create community at scale. And we choose to find more negativity than we do, hey, maybe we could bond over that.
Why do you think that is?
Because as connected as we are, this thing right here has broken us. Algorithmic output has made everyone live in a fucking echo chamber. And if you don't have the time, because I don't blame everyone, this is not always a conscious decision. These people are smart. That's why they got billion-dollar companies and they're in bed with the government, right? This is a big fucking problem we have, is social engineering at scale. The average person doesn't make as much money as they fucking want. Their marriage isn't as perfect as they want if they're blessed enough to have one. Their kids got school. They can't get this new equipment. Whatever. Dude, the average person's struggling. This shit's getting incredibly just dark and scaled at the level of disparity of have and have not. And so I don't blame capitalism for that. I blame us for allowing it to be pushed this far in the wrong direction. But it's an echo chamber because, again, you have all these things going on in your life. How am I then supposed to also think, right? You talk about emotion versus thought. How am I supposed to go, do I really like all the things I'm digesting? Am I being force-fed this? Am I being walked like a Judas sheep is leading me off a cliff here into a chasm of thought I'll never dig myself out of consciously? What's my child actually digesting? What are they actually learning in school? What the fuck does my neighbor think about life? Not politics, life. What are their hobbies? What are their interests? What the fuck is their grandkid's name? What does the starter at the golf course have going on? Is Terry's knee okay today? Did Gus actually get that round with the boys on Tuesday that he was happy about? Did Tim end up fixing his back? I mean, these things fucking matter because they're all little pools of humanity. And you might not be a frog in their pond that's eating shit up and garnering attention, but you might be a mosquito. Maybe they need a little fucking bite every now and then. Maybe they need a little reminder, oh, it's all good. So I think, and not everyone's for this. I get it, dude. People are shy. I also just think people are pussies. Like, because a lot of people want to do something kind or say something kind or engage a person they haven't engaged before and something tells them fucking not to. Why? Maybe, I'll circle back to it. Maybe I'm fucking a little weird. I've had a bunch of fucking...
Really? I wouldn't have made that conclusion.
I mean, I've had a bunch of head
trauma. I'm glad you told me
trauma.
that because I wouldn't have thought that myself.
I have had a bunch of head trauma. I've had a bunch of concussions. I'm not like scared or anything, but like...
I can see that. Your face is kind of...
a little fucking... I got a small face for a big head. That's all autism thing. Big old cranium, Jimmy Neutron boy. No, I mean, yeah. Have I done shit to my brain I wish I didn't? Sure. Because I've had a lot of concussions, but I really just think people are soft as fuck. My dad was not soft on me. My mom was incredibly nurturing, you know, the yin and the yang. They were the epitome of masculine feminine. And that melting pot inside my home, coupled with the shit I dealt with at an early age I'm grateful for, has made me personally unstoppable. Look, money is my only problem at this point. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to concede when I'm wrong. I'm willing to step outside my comfort zone. I'm comfortable not being the leader. I'm just not comfortable not being actionable. And so getting denied, whether it was women at a young age, whether it was friendship at a young age, whether it was sucking dick at a sport you thought you were good at.
Not the best analogy.
Regardless of what it is, I was so driven and shit on externally while shitting on myself internally that I've broken down whatever fear, barrier, gap, whatever people got. I don't have it. I think life is literally just meant to be fuck it, go live it. Don't try to do things of harm to yourself or others, but also just go fucking find out. It's way more fun that way. And I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie and a dopamine, serotonin junkie. Like, I like things that make me feel. The unknown is supposed to be anxious, but anxiety is not bad. You just got to be controlled.
Do you have a separation between your feelings and your emotions?
I know what you mean by that. Like, the fleeting feeling of a moment versus the lasting emotion that I felt over time, right?
If that's how you define the two.
Well, because I think there is a difference, right? Like, what's my emotional state day to day? Of course, it varies. We'll say hour to hour, like quarter to quarter throughout your day, like 9 to 12, whatever. But I think I regulate emotion really well, which is why I present the same way to fucking everybody over and over again, right? Because in the same setting, that is. Like, you never see me walk in the gym and I'm just like...
I mean, if you did, I would probably be like...
what the fuck's wrong with him?
No, I'd be like, oh yeah, now I can really give him up.
Oh yeah, he's looking weak now, boy. Why don't I ever... dude, I come in there sad as fuck sometimes. Like, the aunt I referenced in the Chonky commercial, watch it, bitches. Wheel. Dude, she just died. Like, my aunt's gone, so it sucks. But just because Aunt Leanne's gone doesn't mean that Tim or Mason or Gene or Taylor needs to see Mopey me, fuck that shit. That's gay as fuck. Because my aunt believed in God, so she knows she's gone, but I still have shit to do. So why would I give you my negativity, bro? You also probably had a bad day. You don't need my trauma dump. And I don't mean that it's not okay to let other people help you because you got to be Mr. Independent. I literally mean I don't think you should dwell on shit. Whether it's at scale like that and it's an emotional tug, or whether it's I lost my fucking job, or I got cussed at by my manager, or a customer told me I'm a bitch, like, who fucking cares?
Is it just, it's going to happen again mentality?
Dude, if your feelings are going to get hurt every time someone doesn't act in accordance to the way you think your day should go, you need to check the fuck out. Shit's not for you. Life is tough as hell. And we've made it tougher because we're a machine where we live. But when you talk about conformity, the only level of conformity I'm willing to, I guess, accept is
not conforming.
You're right. You're fucking here till you're not. So do shit. I can't define it any deeper for you, and I mean you plural.
Wow. All of me?
All you people.
Whoa. My people are down in Brambleton, okay?
I think they're doing fine.
It will be like 9 or 10 o'clock and the kids will be screaming.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, do you have parents? And that comes down to like village mentality. A lot of people in India, that's just how they grow up. Like they don't know anything else. It's like you look at the people nowadays. I think there was one Indian student, immigrant Indian student, and she was out on the streets begging for money.
Here?
Not here. It was like Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Like that. But I was like, one side, you can't blame her because that's all she's ever seen. Most likely. Like, there's no other way of looking at it. I don't know her backstory. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she's studying. I don't really care. But that's probably the only reason why she's doing it is because that's the only thing she knows how to do for what she wants to get. Kind of tied to that, the walls we build up to keep the bad out is the same walls that are keeping the good from coming in.
That's why I really don't have any. That's why I don't have any. Because what the fuck do you know, dude? Do you know how it's gonna go? When you get in your Jeep and you leave and you go back to Brambleton, do you already know traffic? Do you know exactly when the fucking red light's gonna happen, dude? No, you fucking don't. You don't know when dickhead me is peeling wheels in the big rig, high beaming your bitch ass, get out of my way, I gotta go. Am I mad? No, because if you're in my car, you hear me fucking rocking out. You hear me rocking out.
I don't think I need to be in your car to know that.
But I'm saying, like, that's just an easy thing, right? Is the dude fucking hammering it down 7 pissed off? We all think that for some reason because we sometimes assume speed with fuck you or aggression. Dude, I'm probably singing in a high-pitched voice in my truck,
Same.
Vibing on the way to the gym.
Music I listen to while driving down, it is insane.
Dude, I just showed Sarah this artist last night. Let me fucking plug her just because I really like her song. The band is called High Regard, and it's just this sweet girl and the homies from fucking somewhere in England. And I like their shit. And so I'd be vibing to her little fucking girl rock sometimes. There's a song called Bunny Boy, which sounds like 90s punk. I don't even know the fucking artist name. It's dope. And then I'll turn around and listen to fucking the Many Men rendition that they did the AI infusion with. It sounds like fucking 50 Cent in the 1960s. Dope. Turn around and listen to the Halo theme and I'm fucking living, dude.
Actually, funny enough, so maybe a month ago or something, my perception of time is screwed. So I don't know if it was a month ago. I don't know if it was 3 months ago.
Because you're just living.
In the past year. Probably not that long ago. I was rolling with Tim, I mentioned earlier, and like he just needed some reps and stuff to do. And what?
Are you rolling?
Not that kind of, not Snoop Dogg rolling, jiu-jitsu rolling. All right, one's gay, one's not. There's a difference.
Probably the one with the men in it.
Oh yeah. I was playing my songs because I've got this entire playlist. It goes from like hard rock to romantic to like maybe classical or something, and then like, but mostly it's romantic. And it would be like, oh, so whenever those songs kind of play, internally I was like, you know, what if they don't like it? What if they make fun of me for it? Right? And then I started playing it, and people started being like, oh wow, look at the song that Aaron plays, or this or that. And I know they're being playful. And then at some point I was like, screw you. That's my song. That's the song I like to listen to. If you want a different song, you can get your own speaker. So it's more of Now, does that suck to hear myself say it? Yeah, because it's like, why didn't I think about that earlier?
Right. Why did I even care?
But then you also, it's like, you're human.
Right. And so you cared because what? Wanting, inclusivity, acceptance. It's not a negative. It might be expressed in a negative light. It's a positive wanting. That's all it is. Yeah. Dude, I literally just saw a TikTok about, we're on music. I just saw a TikTok the other day about this black dude, and I'm talking, he's like, he threw up a couple signs talking about how he's a thug. He fucking slings dope and shit. Like, he's admitting this on TikTok. And he's like, man, I was sitting in my car, minding my business, rolled me up one, puffing on that thing, having a good time. And some YN tries to hop in my car. Now, it's not bad enough that he tried to hop in my car and rob me. What am I listening to in the hood? Lady fucking Gaga. He said, and this is a big black dude, he's like, I'm in there rolling. I want your love in there, I want your love in there.
That's a great song.
Right? Like, he's vibing, he's bopping. And the dude went and got, you know, whether it's a lie or not, the story is he went and got his homies, comes back to make fun of him. And he starts like standing on business. He's like, test my gangster. And like getting mad about it. And he's like, I almost shot somebody over fucking Lady Gaga. And he's like, no, I didn't. I almost shot somebody over fucking trying to make fun of me for just being myself. Can I have a vibe? And that's what it boils down to me. Not every setting is meant for an expression of sorts. But fuck you if you don't like my vibe. Also, he's a perfect example. Half of you bitch asses are listening to this shit in private with your little chastity lock on because you're afraid to be yourself in public. And for those of you that don't know, they lock their little fucking dick in it. Like they got a clit. You're afraid to be a man in public. Dude, men listen to music that makes them feel things.
This is the most unhinged episode.
It's who I am, dude.
I know, right?
Men listen to shit that's emotional as fuck. I think we're the more emotional of the race. Of the
race?
species.
Of the race?
The race of the people.
Hold up.
We are very different, my friend.
Ah, yes. Naughty.
Yeah, good boy.
Oh, beta, stop.
Shiva. Anyways, I think we are the more emotional. Women are not. They're more susceptible to emotional manipulation, but they're very nature-driven and input-output.
Nature as in
Their
instinct,
nature,
as in,
yes, instinctual nature. Things they don't consciously do, their subconscious actions. They want strong, they want secure, they want tough, they want brave, they want proud. They want all the masculine traits that modern feminism makes them think they don't want. And it's true because septum theory, the fucking bullshit bull ring, it's called like septum nose theory or whatever. And every time one of these bitches has the fucking septum ring, you're 99% likely to be encountering hard left. And they're always mad about the same tropes of men. Some of them surprise you, and I've even seen it. You know, they'll take their nose ring out and they like legitimately you can see a change in their self-perception and their self-worth and the way that they view themselves in the mirror, let alone, oh, this is why people joke about it and make fun of me. Like, point being, that's their emotional manipulation because the object on you doesn't make you what you are, but the irony of its consistency because they feel ugly on the inside. They do all this shit because they don't like who they are or their societal position at this point in time.
Yeah, the perception of what they think it's the perception of the perception becomes their
reality.
Yeah,
they've manipulated themselves into this warped conviction that men don't like them or that they hate them and want to control them and abuse them. Tucker actually just commented on this too, and I agree. People act like before the 1960s, it was literally the fucking Handmaid's Tale. That's not, if you've ever read a fucking book, you fucking illiterate fucks, fucking TikTok, read a book, dude. Read a book. Women have had power for all of fucking time, and men of great power trust their woman with things men of normalcy wouldn't even fucking imagine. So women have not been objectified into this hole that they've been led to believe lately. They actually used to have so much importance and prominence, and that's actually why we wanted them at fucking home. It's not to subvert you and make you useless. It was out of respect. It was out of love and adoration for the divine feminine and all that that incorporates. You're the life bringer, dude. How have you guys ruined that? Like, yeah, I plant the seed and I create the spark of life because God is a man and God created life. So I create the spark. You carry, you nurture, you grow, you develop, you mitigate all good and evil that enters that being, dude. You're a womb. You're literally a vessel for life. You're an ark. How fucking powerful is that? And you all just piss it away. And for what? To be corporate badass bitch who's jacked up on fucking Ritalin and caffeine and under fucking hydrated and doesn't eat a goddamn thing all day and runs around like a chicken with her head cut off, pissed off at every fucking man and woman in her life. When you could just be happy sipping a fucking 3 o'clock martini like my grandma used to with the other ladies. Happy as fuck. Where did we go wrong? Phone.
There was one, I was talking to this girl, she's way too old, considering she's still single. And I'm like, I know. I'm like,
No, I meant too old for you.
yeah,
Remember.
double my age, okay?
Uppies, mommy.
No, anyways, she's like, all the guys that I meet are ignorant. They don't give like attention, all the basic necessities that a woman would probably want. And I'm like, that's just the law of attraction. There's something in you that feels like you want to be with that guy, and you are what you attract.
I can see that.
That was just a weird tangent. And I'm glad you did go on this tangent, because I wanted to ask you the yin and yang of your parents. How would you see masculinity and how would you see femininity?
Like, how does it come out in myself? Or how was it?
Well, we already know that you're feminine, but I wanted to
her.
I wanted to see what makes your dad masculine, what makes your mom feminine, and how does that yin and yang work with him?
I mean, my mom is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. Because you can't be, sorry, mom. You can't say that's the fucking, we all do that. She's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. She worked at the United Way her whole life till she got into, I believe, she went from working at the United Way. This is like adulthood life. I'll circle back to her childhood. So always helping people as far as I can remember. Then went and worked at a doctor's office, a pulmonologist. Fucking asshole. He was a dick. Dr. Rosenthal, you're a jackass. Dr. Mendigerin, you were fucking wonderful. Thank you.
I like how that could apply to almost anyone.
No, those are their names.
No, I know, but like the names themselves could apply to like 20 different doctors.
Yeah, but if they haven't, they know who I'm fucking talking about. He was also one of them. Yamaka. Fantastic lady. Did that. Went to AOL. Now she does contracting work in the construction industry. Childhood, one of 4 kids. Grandpa, RIP, when she was like 3, so never had a dad. Poor as fuck. Actually lived a baseball throw from where we're filming this. So on Valley View Avenue is where my mom grew up. Her house is right there to this day, a little rambler. And great granny for me, her grandmother's house is another football throw away. So cool small culture from Leesburg. Grew up poor as fuck, has been working since she was 13 years old. All she knows is salt of the earth, love, kindness, community. That's just who the fuck she is. She doesn't care about nicety. She doesn't care about having the world as her oyster. She wants to travel. She wants to experience things because she loves people and she loves culture, not because she wants to brag about it. She just wants to be fucking happy, man. And I got most of my personality from her.
Oh, don't say that.
No, I did. But that's like the undertones, like what inside you can't see, right? So that's where I get a lot of my like emotional and social drive from, is her comprehension of the human. My dad, incredibly polar, very black and white, very input output, very law, order, regulation, right, wrong, do, don't. That's my fucking dad. Disciplined as a motherfucker. We all struggle on our own, right? Like he's got things he wishes he did better about. Fucking human being, right? What did he put into me? Fuck you. You're not stopping till you're better. Whether it was shooting free throws, whether it was writing in cursive, whether it was saying my prayers and remembering every person in them, do fucking better. And it wasn't, he was harsh my whole fucking life. And I never think he meant it of ill intent. I think it was always, because sometimes it was too much, at least for me, because I'm emotional. I didn't need it. But it was always from a, fuck you, you're going to do better than me, because I love you. Fuck you, you're not going to fail, because I love you. All the output was always good, benevolent. Tone sometimes sucked dick. But that's my dad. He is who he fucking is. And his gruffness, his masculinity is also the reason he's so fucking successful. My dad and his twin adopted. Actually, here, I'll show everybody so they can see how psychotic this is. Bro, this is my fucking dad. We are the same person. So they were adopted by my grandparents. And so I think he's always had this undertone of like, again, value, belonging, principality, because he never knew his mom, never knew his dad. And learning the way that, they treated him fucking amazing. But learning that shit, I think, kind of put him on an I'm always going to be there for my kid mentality as a polarity to the life he learned he came from. Point being, my drive, my motivation, my conviction, my self-worth, my couth, my cunning, my decorum when needed, that comes from him. So you mesh that together, and that's where the principalities, the institution of Will Cottingham comes from. The expression of it is 1000% base model. Shout out for making me. 20-30%. The rest is 100 is absolutely my experiences. Because that's what they gave me. They gave me fortitude, resilience, and enough self-worth that even in those dark stages where I was depressed, fuck you, I'm still going to try. I might keep failing, I might be miserable, but fuck you, I'm still going to try. So that's where I come from.
With the dynamic between your two parents, how did they end up coming together?
Heard the story a bunch of ways. So not to muddy either side right or wrong. What I've been told is, my mom's been hanging out with the same people forever. My dad's a Vienna boy, so he's also a local guy. But Leesburg was like considered redneck Farmville because there was nothing here. There was a grocery store, pharmacy, doctor's office, and like a fucking Pizza Hut gas station. Like that's it. It was literally like a one-stoplight town back when they grew up. You're talking
It's like Radiator Springs.
Yeah, literally. You're talking the 60s. You're talking fucking Andy Griffith is more like it. So very, very cutesy towny. And Oakton was a little more the city happening, like suburb, booming suburbs. And Grandpa did, I think, real estate management, HOA work and stuff. So the point is, like, my dad and my uncle were driving like cool cars and shit to school. They were kind of the cool cats. My dad's fucking slinging on the strings. He tried to quit school to go play music, like very self-fulfilling as well. And they met at a party, I think 20-ish years old, maybe a little later than that. I guess early 20s. And they only met because my mom got invited to the party by one of my dad's old best friends. And so dude picks up my mom. Hey, let me swing by. I got to pick up my buddy. Picks up my dad. They go to the fucking party. Dude just fucking ditches my mom. And so my dad notices this and they start talking. He asks for her number, whatever. They end up hanging out and dating. Again, someone's right, someone's wrong. Fuck you. They stop dating for like a year or whatever. Get back together. And then from that point on, honeymoon phase forward, they get married. They have me and they've been together ever since. So
I don't like the they had you part, but everything else sounds pretty good.
What the fuck? That was a horrible idea. At least they stopped with one, dude. Could you imagine like 6 of me? That's fucking...
I think you would be less you.
Like the little fucking Willy Wonka's little Oompa Loompas.
I could see that out of you.
That's why I want to have so many boys, dude. I'm trying to have a little squad.
The Mighty Loompas.
Little mighty midgets, baby. Whole tangent.
So is that what you're trying to do with your girlfriend?
Yeah, we both want a big family.
No, I mean the relationship dynamic. That's like your Will and she's more on not Will.
Holy fuck, dude. Total opposite. So sweet, unassuming, caring, kind, benevolent. She's so fantastic. So calm, so loving, just so nurturing. She's a woman. She's exactly what you think a fucking woman is.
Mm-hmm. Why does she pick you?
Because she feels safe. She believes in me. She wants the masculine. She wants someone strong, sturdy, ambitious, driven, motivated, passionate, hardworking. She wants all those characteristics. She doesn't want to change a damn thing about me, and I know she's fucking lying. But she loves me despite my flaws. I think I really do. I think I just make her feel like properly safe. Fearful in the right way, nervous in the right way. But I think I make her feel safe. And we both have the same wants. She loves God. Although way better about it than me. I'm very imperfect. She wants a family. I don't know. She seems like a good life partner. Yeah. And I guess she believes, I don't know fucking why, dude, because I have made so many bad decisions since I've met her. It's been 7 years. She watched my absolute local peak, local top, and my absolute bottom. She watched me doing the mortgage and having a successful life, give it all up, lose all my money, make a bunch of money, try to build a business, lose fucking $500,000 failing building a business in blockchain. And I'm broke as fuck to this day. I'm on my third go around, my third startup. I'm finally getting in front of VCs. I'm finally in what I believe headed in the right direction. And regardless of where on the pendulum of socioeconomic success I fell, she's treated me no different. So, yeah, it's fantastic. Super cool.
I want that. I want that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, and everyone deserves it. The problem is the same thing people talk shit behind my back about is exactly why they don't fucking have it. I'm who I am. Fuck you. Because I love you guys anyways. That's what's fucking, I think that's what's killed me as an adult. And I'm so grateful for my trauma I self-induced as a child. Because, dude, it is got to be the majority my fault that I couldn't get along with people. Because I'm someone of, again, drive, value, self-worth. So I also believe it's my fault. Right? Sometimes it's not, and that's ignorant. But I truly believe most things are your fucking problem. Because maybe you just didn't mitigate your reaction to it the best. So I'm so grateful for not being accepted as a child the way I thought I wanted. Because now I'm not fearful of the solitude and the fortitude it takes to do things of importance as an adult. Dude, everyone who we believe is the epitome of success is lonely. And maybe not at 60 years old, but they were lonely for their 20s, their 30s, their 40s. Yeah, God bless them if they had a family and were able to procreate and also build a small community of robust friendship. But they're fucking very isolated and lonely. No one talks about that. So something that I think sucks dick and it's a sacrifice is like, dude, technology is nerdy as fuck and it's solemn. And I hate that shit because I'm so driven by human energy. And that's why I'm willing to kill myself these last 5 years to get it off the ground. Because, dude, the moment I can catch enough success, all my capital gets to go back to being devoted to externalities. I don't want to sit on the computer. I don't want to keep writing fucking essays. I don't want to keep doing, research articles and writing, I'm burpy off this shit, in long form explanations to VCs and potential investors. I want to just do. Because it doesn't matter what it is, it makes people happy. Like I have a gambling product. I don't fucking gamble, bro. I've never been to the casino but one time, and that was for, I believe it was Sarah's work event. They had just happened to host it at the MGM, but I just didn't even fucking gamble. Like, never bought a lotto ticket. I don't give a flying fuck. But what I do know is it makes people happy. And I have a dev who makes incredible tech, and I have a product that allows people to do this in a better, safer, and more efficient way for both the provider, the casino, and the consumer. So who fucking cares if it's my cup of tea? If I can embolden someone to do something they love and feel better about doing it, why the fuck not? If I can make it better, why not make it better? Because it's not about what I specifically like. It's just about the human machine staying well-oiled and increasing in output. So I'm going to make it better. That's the point of tech. People also fucking made tech a dirty word. To expand upon that, just because it's on the computer doesn't mean that's the only kind of tech. All you fucking boomers and fuddies and Luddites, because I used to be a Luddite. I hated tech when I was younger. This is technology. This is technology. Everything is an advancement. Everything is a scientific overture. So why are we muddying it like just because it's now more confusing than it used to be, it's evil? It's not. It's about its implementation. That's all it is. So I don't know. I think the way I am and the reason I am, a lot of it's to challenge authority. A lot of it's just fuck you, I can do what I want. Because I believe I have absolute freedom because my covenant's with God. It's not with fucking the US.
There's
I also get it from my dad in the sense that because he's so anal and rule driven, he was up my ass about shit he didn't need to be. Like I never snuck out. I never did bad stuff like that. And all it made me want to do being hounded is do bad shit to an extreme level, because I'm not even doing the things you're assuming I'm doing and you're chastising me for it anyways. Fuck it. I might as well do the whole enchilada, right? It's kind of like, you know, not to get dark for people, but it's kind of like the whole being called a racist thing in the modern day. You've made the word so fucking worthless.
Now it's like, I want to do more of it.
Please call me a racist. Because even if I'm fucking saying hello, you're going to say it anyways. If you see my truck, you're going to say it. What do I fucking care?
I love Formula One. What's wrong with that?
I like NASCAR.
Should we?
That's right. One Direction.
Oh, they're going in circles.
How ironic, too, that it's a fucking left turn when we make mostly right turns in life. And we're American. So shouldn't that be like a over the pond racing thing to go left all the time? So maybe NASCAR's kind of gay.
There's one quote from Jordan Peterson. I can't find like the source. I just remember I watched it. If you get what you want by telling a lie, then you're not smart enough to get it by telling the truth.
Sometimes that's true.
Sometimes
that's true. Sometimes you just can't overcome the environment you exist within.
So I was going to ask you about do you have a loneliness time in your period?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I go out of my way to make sure no one else feels that way. Because it sucks.
What was the phrasing? You can either put time into your life or you can make life into your time.
How would you put that? Like, how do you digest that?
Time's not going to change.
Right, you got a finite amount no matter what.
You're losing it every single day. Then the closer you get, like my emotional energy is probably going to crash out around 3 o'clock today. But that being said, the time that I do have, I'll put more life into it. I can't make more of it, but I can put better effort.
You can make a fuller life with the finite hood of your existence. Absolutely.
And I want to there's things that I want and there's things that I'm going to get. And there's things that I'm like, I wish I had it, but it's only just patience.
Well, in some shit, you're going to realize you don't really want it. That's also the cool part of time is you evolve. I don't believe in evolution. You evolve though. And it's fun. It is. Because I had selfish wants when I was younger, dude, especially when I was on the finance bro track. Want a fucking cool car, want 50 fucking houses. You know what I really want, dude? I want to live in a wonderful suburb, not a fucking bullshit HOA where I can't fly my big ass American flag. I want to live in a cool suburb. I want to have a bunch of babies. I want to keep my truck forever because it was my dad's. I still got a seashell hanging from the mirror that he's had there since I was like fucking 12. I want to have a cool country club I'm a part of because golf's important to me. Because it's a good outlet. It's a patience outlet. And you really learn people when you take them out there. Because it's one of the only things that everything's your fucking fault. I want to go to the gym. I want to do, I want to do work in my community. I want to raise animals if I can, do charitable work. Like, I have a shotgun spread of output. And it's definitely changed from sex, drugs, and rock and roll to a different version of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. As silly as that sounds, I believe that you can, words, so people don't like some of the tropes, but you can always put people's wanting and desires into those categories in one form or another. Whether you're a gamer nerd, whether you're a book person, whether you like collecting Legos, Pokemon, whether work is your hobby. There's some level of external sex, drug, and rock and roll for you that drives you day to day.
Going back to mostly when you said that there's this seashell on your dashboard, at what point do you say that you have to let go of things, and at what point do you make it into something that turns into a tradition? Because if there's all this just in this one room, there's a lot of history, but there's also but there's the absence of all the things that were let go along the way. So how do you discern what do you keep and what do you let go of?
How does it impact you? That's the question is a question. How does it impact you? Does it make you feel full of regret, negativity? Does it motivate you, embolden you, strengthen you? Regardless of how you digest it, does this provide a benefactor to my existence? And sometimes it might be a negative tone to the object or the idea, but maybe that negative tone has created positivity on the back end, so you keep it around anyways. But for me, yeah, the whether they're tchotchkes, whether they're bigger pieces of importance, what does it provide me? And sometimes it can be as simple as, dude, they just made things better back in the day in certain ways. Like, these old lamps are dope as fuck. They got character. They're fucking cool. It's that simple. I don't have any pull to it. It's just fucking cool. But then there's things like prayer hands that were made way back in the day, or like a picture of my grandfather I've never met. My mom didn't even fucking know. Not only was he a good, Christian man, he fought for the freedom of our country. So things like that, like, why would I let that go? I don't know. I guess some stuff I don't have that much depth of thought on, because if it feels good, fuck it. If it doesn't betray yourself, your value system, if it feels good, fuck it.
So you keep what?
They're reminders. Yeah. Like I showed you, sorry, Sarah. I showed you a little knife from Costa Rica. Dude, that's from an ex that I almost married. But it's not because, oh, I can't let go of my ex. No, it's because, dude, she was still part of my life. I had a great fucking time. That's why we almost got fucking married. Also, that's really cool. That's a handcrafted item. Some human being in a foreign land, completely different than the world I've experienced, took the time to make. I appreciate human in human creativity, connectivity, and output, because that's all that fucking matters. We're here for one fucking thing. And it's to not be a piece of shit and procreate more of you to be an even better person than you were. And to do so for the love of God in my world. Not everyone has to agree with that. I think you're fucking wrong. If you don't believe there's something greater than us, you're lying to yourself. I don't care if you can't convict yourself to believe in my God, but how ignorant and audacious and so fucking beyond yourself are you to believe we are actually the most important thing? I mean, even science says that this is a blip, an anomaly of an existence. And how miraculous is it that everything lined up the way that it did? They even call the most finite molecular or atomic particle they can get down to the God particle for a reason. Because there's clearly something that created us. How cool is that? So if all my existence and all my worth is meant to procreate a more benevolent experience, if I can, that's fucking fun. And so I'm not going to placate and kowtow to the bullshit and the noise and the fear that everyone else wants to be a part of, because that's just humans slinging dick at each other. That's all history is. My dad can beat up your dad. That's literally fucking war. That's all of fucking political and military struggle. My dad said your dad's a bitch. Okay. And? You want me to fight you? That's nice. I don't know your fucking dad anyways. But my dad's pretty cool. Like, you could have just shut the fuck up and moved on with your life. Instead, you got to fight.
You have the most stone-faced face that's also like, there's emotion. I'm not scared, but I know I should be scared.
Well, because, like, whatever. Let's shoot you.
Two tangents, depending on which way you want to go down.
Nah, go on.
How do you see love? Or is all of that because you see the novelty in everything? That you like to see, that you try to keep that novelty going and you don't just become complacent with what you've always seen?
I definitely get bored. As you have come to learn quickly in learning me the last like 9 months.
9 months? That one? I have no
I
idea.
don't think it's been very long, dude.
It's been like 6.
Okay.
I don't know.
Damn. That's short as fuck.
I don't know. Dude, time. I don't have a perception of time anymore. It's just, oh, consistency. Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah, dude. I blinked and I've been at X-Scout for 3 years. What the fuck? I'm old as shit. 32. I fucking feel like 90. Dude, 25 was literally like a lifetime ago. It's insane how... And that's older than you. Your age, I can't even... It's gone. I got no comprehension of 21, 22-year-old Will. Doesn't exist. I don't know if I'd use the word novelty, because I guess it could be a personal problem that I'm very, I guess the word would be addicted. I'm addicted to dopamine, serotonin, adrenaline, anxiety, fear. I like emotion, dude. Emotion's fucking cool. Anger, lust, raw, because it's all real as fuck. And it's cool to engage realness because it's so lost in the plastic world we live in. So I don't know if it's novelty or if it's, I just fucking love real expression. And so I don't care what walk of life you are in. If I find authenticity in you, I'm willing to fucking listen. That's how I broke my algorithm because, again, echo chamber, right? So you can't just follow what you love. Dude, you got to experience what other people think or you're never going to have concreteness in your actual ideology. So I follow people that fucking want to wear fucking cat butt plugs and fucking shit in litter boxes at home. I listen to what they think. I really do. Because, dude, you lived a life to be 29 years old and to think you need to be a fake fucking animal in doo-doo in a litter box. You've got a story. I need to fucking hear that shit.
The worst part is not even less than 24 hours ago. There's a guy who works at the Air Force, and apparently one of his coworkers went to a furry convention. I love your face right now.
Because it's just wild. But again, dude, it's not my cup of tea. But tell me about it. Because you're crazy, and I want to know why you're crazy. Same thing with people who are so devout, astute, steadfast, loyal, determinate, rigid. What made you so fucking uptight, dude? You don't fucking let loose a little bit? People are interested. And the paradigms that fall everywhere in between. It's just fucking, that's what we're here for. This dude, I get asked this question a lot. I think you have even asked me if I've like read a specific book or something. A lot of the finance bros upstairs, like my man, shout out Gene Covert. He's dope. He's a mentor. A lot of people ask me, you know, did you read this book? You read that book, you watch this podcast, you digest this. And they're always asking about something external to myself, whether it's a sales tactic, whether it's a social engineering thing. And it's not arrogant. I just fucking am who I am. I didn't fucking try to copy somebody and be something I'm not. I dove balls fucking deep into just be myself. And one person, I guess, if you want me to point to a validation of that, Alex Hormozy is absolutely a toned down version of it, but you can tell he's himself. The full-fledged, fuck you, I can do what I want, is Gary fucking Vaynerchuk. Gary V, I can say what I want. Fuck you. That's how he is. And he's been ridiculed and chastised for it. And I'm not saying he's a good person, because he's definitely done some bullshit in my industry. But one thing I respect of him is he doesn't give a fuck. He's unabashed. What are you going to do? Be mean? Cool, bro. You hurt my feelings? You don't fucking care. I don't care. You know why? Because I'm going to forget how you made me feel in 5 seconds.
I think it was Jocko talking about Jordan Peterson. They had an episode or something, and
That's a weird dynamic, huh?
I know. Well, what he mentioned was that everything that he's learned through the Navy SEALs was all done through experience, whereas everything Peterson's learned has been all through studies and like deep diving and researching. So it's like they come to the same conclusions. It's just different ways of getting to it.
Well, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Do they come to the same conclusion? Or is Jordan just good at expressing what seems to be an objective truth? Because one has experiential wit and recall. So he has steadfast understanding and belief in what he knows. The other is living through someone else's experience and doesn't actually have the concreteness of evidence. Because evidence is always loose if it's not actually yours. Like, understand the word the, T-H-E is T-H-E, but again, the experiential things, like a belief system.
I got a quote for that.
Yeah.
Positivism, in this case, is not positivity. It's a different kind of...
to posit.
No, so this is Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah, niche. To posit. P-O-S-I-T.
P-O-S-I-T-I-V-I-S-M.
Yeah, I'm saying the short is to posit. something is positivism.
So in opposition to positivism, which halts at phenomena and says, these are only facts and nothing more, I would say, no, facts are precisely what is lacking. All that exists consists of interpretations. We cannot establish any fact in itself. Everything is subjective, you say, but that in itself is interpretation.
That's the beauty of the world, is there is nothing concrete. There is nothing concrete. We didn't make it. We are of it. We are molded by it, shaped by it. We change history. We change our future. We are a constant machine that is just manipulated by the things you're willing to interact with, whether that be inside your heart and your mind, or whether it be something you go experience in the world. I don't think there is anything of hard concreteness. I mean, in superhuman finite language, I don't know that there is. I believe in God with all my heart, and I believe there is a concreteness in that. And it goes beyond the traditional level of communication we're able to provide each other person to person. But there's something just so fucking real about our existence that it's undeniable to me that there is only one truth, and it's that God created us. And beyond that, it's all just a mental and emotional experience that you're trying to get through. Which is ironic, because a lot of these scientists claim to be, agnostic at the least, a lot of them atheist, which is ironic to me because...
But people like Huberman, he believes in God and he's a scientist.
Well, right, because I really believe people just lie to themselves to try and place their impact on their field or the world at a level of importance they think is timeless.
I've said a lot of quotes. I got another one.
Get me.
Fyodor Dostoevsky. Above all, don't lie to yourself. The man who lies to himself and listens to his own lie comes to such a pass that he cannot distinguish the truth within him or around him, and so loses all respect for himself and for others. And having no respect, he ceases to love, and in order to occupy and distract himself without love, he gives way to passions and coarse pleasures, and sinks to the bestiality in his vices, all from the continual lying to other men and to himself.
That, again, I think there's sex, drugs, and rock and roll at the epicenter of every human being's life, because, again, we're naturally self-defeating, we're naturally animalistic, we're naturally evil, or,
we default to it.
Right. We fall short of grace. We fall short of purity. And so selfish endeavors and those things are that.
Your girlfriend's name is Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, so I apologize to Sarah, but I wanted to get into this. All right, so again, the people listening to audio is going to have such a great time with this. The imagination will go all over the place.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I know. That's why I record them.
This is my first time.
That's not how I sound. So the question I had was regarding the knife that you talked about earlier and your ex and the fact that you still have it, even though. How would you define love? This is the quietest he's ever been.
Because I don't want to say the...
I know. The direct one versus the one with the actual emotions and like the logical.
Well, I think it's a misnomer the way it's placed. Love is unconditional. No, the fuck it's not.
I literally had someone, Isaiah was literally talking about that.
It's not unconditional. It is riddled with condition. And whether that condition is something you believe is valid and has place, or whether it's a selfish, positive or negative, or whether it's a selfish condition you've placed on this person, it's absolutely fucking conditional. But the condition should be, I am an objectively imperfect creature. And so do I love this person and their imperfection? And am I willing to understand that if I am to be a fluid human being and grow, learn, detract from, dive headfirst into, and be willing to be pliable and mold myself to meet the better version of me at every step in my life journey? Am I willing to provide that grace to the other person? That's what love is.
How do you define grace?
Acceptance of faults and behaviors, regardless of their impact upon you. That's why, like Jesus and God are the only ones that can give us true and absolute grace, because through our actions, we fall short of worthiness of eternal life. So scale that back down to the human being. We don't have eternal life, but we have life. Grace is selfishly, because it is to an extent, selfishly, this person is so beneficial to me that how dare I try to minimize their existence within my realm because I have dislike for certain attributes, characteristics, or outputs that they have.
Is it the absence of judgment?
No, because you can still judge and provide grace. You can still have negativity towards the thought, the feeling, the action of the person. But are you still willing to meet them, cohabitate with them, nurture, love, and develop beyond, whether it's a one-off or it's a behavioral or, evidential problem that you have in your life. And it might be something you pursue till you die and never fix. Is it something you're willing to work with? That's what real grace is.
In any relationship that you're in, platonic, romantic, friendship, familial, is it in a sense that in order to be your friend, you just have to be someone that you want to be around? Kind of like tradition. Something that benefits you, but also that it could hurt you at the same time.
You have to be willing to be hurt to ever truly welcome somebody. So that goes without saying. And people definitely don't understand that nowadays. That's why everything's so surface and fake and fleeting. You have to be willing to get hurt to have a real relationship with anybody, because you should love your friends and you should have love and respect for acquaintances and strangers. You just mitigate the scale to your interactions, because why the fuck would you want ill for anyone else? That's such a bad way to go about your life, karmically or spiritually. So for me, it's fuck, man. It's not even do I want to be around you? It's do I see the fucking good in you? Because you might be someone who annoys the absolute shit out of me, but I see how you are a benefactor to the world. And despite our frequencies misaligning, your parallel goodness, your parallel, whether it's actualized in the moment I know you or your potential, the arc of your life, I see how you can make the world around you better. So regardless of my feeling on things that make me like you or not, I'm going to continue to engage and engage and engage and engage. Because what if I'm the only person who's still fucking reminding you of that? I don't have to be your homie, but I can be your homie for 5 minutes to remind you you're dope as fuck, so you get up tomorrow and do it again. That's also a form of grace. Because it's unselfish action and thought. And it's not to say they can't go hand in hand with selfish, because of course it makes me feel good to make people feel good. So like it or not, that is an objectively selfish outlet. To do things knowing you feel better for doing it is a selfish intent and desire, in that they're not all bad. Sometimes selfishness is good. That's how we find greatness. People have selfish effort to become a master at anything they do. That's good. The grace aspect of it is recognizing that greatness can exist in other people too. And so to dim their light is actually negative and self-harming you. Because what if the light they provide to the world benefits you one day too?
Pause the cameras just to make sure they save, but I've got like a couple tangents I want to go off of. And now there's like another 7 hours worth of audio ready.
Woo! All right, we don't need that much.
Oh, my ears. Oh,
Don't need
jeez.
that much.
I think I'm deaf. Not emotionally, physically.
Oh, great spiritual alignment. All right, let's get back into it.
So I've got like 3 quotes that I want to get into.
Rip me.
The way that you emotionally invest in other people.
Yeah.
Or emotionally invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You're just stone-faced. How would you describe the best way you emotionally invest in anything?
Damn. I don't really know I've ever put... It really goes along with the whole, well, how'd you learn to become so sociable? How'd you learn to just connect with people so authentically? Because I got told to go fuck myself so many fucking times that I just became comfortable with rejection, bro. There's no fucking secret. Apply Hormozy's I'll cold call 7,000 people if you'll cold call 70, bitch. Like, apply that to being a human being and a friend. Just talk to people, dude. Eventually someone's going to click with you. And if they're only a sentence, if they're only a word, if they're only the fucking period in your book, that's still worth that fucking time. What if they're a chapter? What if they're a fucking story plot in the whole fucking book? And they come back at the end when you thought they fucked off at chapter 1. You don't know. That's not your fucking problem. Why are you so selfishly wound up about your placement in other people's life? Worry about your comfortability and your willingness to look yourself in the mirror about the way you've performed that day, that week, that year. So why am I emotionally vested in everybody? Because no one was fucking emotionally invested in me when I needed them to be. And even on the simple scale, you need to move something.
No, I just wanted to make sure because I forgot if I put everything in
you're
order.
good.
Yeah.
Even on the simple scale, bro, like the gym. You see me go up to every fucking Chadwick, Bradwick, and Lenny with their fucking mushroom tops flying around. You see me talk to Grandpa. You see me talk to old Korea lady. Like, I talk to everybody. Why? So why not? Because why not? What if I am literally your only intentional social interaction that day because the world is that shitty? What if I can learn something from you? What if we fucking get along about something no one else actually appreciates, but I happen to open my mouth to you, so now I got a homie? How cool. What if I get told to fuck off again, but you being empowered with the opportunity to tell me to fuck off? You leave the shitty boyfriend, or you leave the shitty girlfriend, or you finally tell your parents what you really think, or you fucking push apply on the job you were afraid to, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know how it extrapolates out to that person, nor do I fucking care. My selfish endeavor is I want to be fucking happy. So how can I apply that to a benevolent theater? Shove it down other people's fucking throat.
It'd be so good the rules don't apply to you.
Oh, they do. That's why I get told to fuck off all the fucking time. Whatever. Dude, a lot of people say shit behind my back. No one says it to my face. You know how I know they say it behind my back? Because no one says it to my face.
Then how do you know that they're saying behind your back?
Because how much ignorance do you have to live within yourself to think you actually are just well received by fucking everybody?
Oh, I didn't mean well received. I mean, like, why the flip would you care about what they're saying behind your back?
Oh, I don't. It's more, you have to have also a pragmatic outlook on life,
All right,
right?
just the awareness.
The fact that someone won't, or the fact that people don't typically say negative shit to my face means if that theater arises, it's behind my back. Which means I don't fucking care enough to care what you think because it wasn't pertinent enough to you. It or me was not pertinent enough to you to bring up to me the person. So it's obviously not that important.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who says the same thing. I never understood why it matters what people say behind your back, or why like you're obviously very extroverted, so it's like it just comes out naturally. It's just like in my mind, it's not even a thought. It's like if you're not saying in front of me, then I don't have the information.
But for most people, it is, and that's why they.
Really?
You can't tell by the way people carry themselves.
Well, I can tell body posture. Yeah. No, but I just didn't.
Everyone wants to be as little as they can.
Yeah.
Why? What are you afraid of? Meet the world. You weren't raised with that.
My brain is so tiny. It's like I don't care what I don't know. Well, I do care about what I don't know.
Well, you probably come from an upbringing that actually tried to embolden and empower you. And you're fortunate enough, regardless of the wave it took for you to ride to get to where you are, you have ascertained a self-conviction that the positives you were taught growing up can be real and satiated, and I can just be happy regardless of what anyone thinks.
Actually, it's quite the opposite. My parents came from villages.
Northern India?
Southern. Don't mix us with those northerners. Sorry. Okay. Not to be racist.
Are you not on the border fighting with swords with Pakistan right now?
But there is a difference between cultures within one entire country, just like in America.
If I understand well enough, there's like 87 subcultures within India.
And they all have different dialects.
I know. It's a wild melting pot.
It's just like America. It's just different accents for us. That one's more different language, but
they're basically states. I get it.
No, my parents are very not, well, I wouldn't say they're under emotionally developed. They just never had time to develop it. And the same, like my mom wouldn't, like I think she looked at like 1 or 2 episodes that I did, and she was like, I don't know how, I like if we were doing it, I wouldn't be able to keep up. It's like, It's like, yeah, but she does everything else really well.
But her life experience is what molded her to be,
that, and not,
we'll say, quiet in the emotional theater.
yeah. I mean, she's still obviously with me. We're
She's your
family.
mom.
Yeah. So she'll still be her. And yeah, when she's under pressure, it's not the best. But it doesn't mean like I didn't have the same like that. It's just not a thought. When people talk behind their back, it's like, do I care enough? No.
You shouldn't.
If so, there's a dynamic there, which is I don't care what other people say behind my back unless I care about what specific people say behind my back.
But do you, or did you just find a new playing field for that relationship?
It's the dynamic of caring. You care, like there's a couple people on my do not judge. I'm very judgmental. I will judge the flip out of anyone. But that being said, I'm not going to judge certain people if I know enough about their past. Like this happened to you, that happened to you, you reacted this way, but considering everything, yeah, I'm going to see more things about you that I don't like. And it's going to look ugly. It's going to look weird. It's going to sound really stupid. Like, I didn't think you would stoop down that low, but you're in my no judgment zone. And I can't judge you for that. And I don't want to judge you for that. Yeah, is there going to be like a good 2-3 minutes afterwards? And I'm like thinking like, is this person really worth being around? It's like, yeah, because there's all this stuff that I don't know about. And it's almost like there's this one guy I know who has pretty good military history. Just there are a couple parts that are redacted, that are confidential, at least for a little bit longer. And he didn't tell me anything about it, but it was like, hey, this is like a story that I can tell later. And it's like, take that into all of life. It's like, this is stories that you'll never hear.
Yeah, people have vaults.
Can I judge them for that? No, I know enough about them that they have shown me some parts of it, either intentionally or unintentionally. And I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, but it's the journey. And the journey is way better than the reward.
That's why I say it that way, because if you view someone as, man, they're important to me and we're close, and you find out they have negativity about you in a light, but they never show you the light, in my digestion of that, there's a twofold path there. There's, all right, I assess it, and either this person is important enough to me that I want to entertain what the problem seems to be, wherever they are in my theater of life, their importance is pertinent, and I want to satiate it enough that let's figure this out. Because why the fuck couldn't you just say it to my face? Dude, I love you. Why couldn't you just tell me? Or the role they play in my life, in the theater within their actor's existence, this judgment of me doesn't actually have an objective impact on our interactions. So who fucking cares what they said? I'll just pretend I didn't hear it.
And there's also the other side to it. You could know something about someone and you could be like, that is like a personality flaw. That might hurt them later. But the other side to it is like, do I really care about it?
Well, and does that flaw actually give them strength?
It's like there's a reason why it's there. It's not like we're an accumulation of our experiences. That's it. It's like, and if it comes up, it's like, hey, you knew about that 2 years ago and you didn't tell me? Yeah, because I didn't think it was a problem.
The fuck do I care?
Yeah, it's also not my place to tell you what.
Not my monkeys, not my circus.
Hey, I am a monkey. Calm down. I look like one.
That's what that Darwin guy said.
What? We're all developed monkeys?
We're all just fucking
hey,
monkeys.
Some of us look like it. I have big ears, all right? I can hear everything. You hear a pin drop in there, I hear it in Dolby Atmos all the way through.
Ooh, I got tinnitus. I can't hear shit.
Like permanent tinnitus?
That was bad.
Oh, damn.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like right now?
All the time. Oh, well.
Because there's always this like you're going through Instagram and out of nowhere there's like a tone and they're like, this tone will make you think clearer. It's like, not really. It's just the tone. But do you kind of, like with the tinnitus, does it kind of level you off a little bit?
No, I want to rip my fucking inner ear out all the time. I'm telling you right now, all I can, like in silence, all I can hear is at the whole time. And it's just audible enough that I always know it's there. It's not loud, but it ain't white noise. I always know it's there. Whatever.
Is that partially the reason why you're deranged?
I will tell you what. We all WebMD nowadays. And The word manic has been popular as of late. And I don't mean that in a bandwagoner sense.
Manic as in like maniac?
Like, no, like manic. Like if you look up like manic eyes or something, like I'm pretty damn sure I like fit the mold of I'm manic. Because I'm incredibly loud, expressive, out of pocket, outlandish.
You're your own identity.
I'm me. Yeah. I could see someone if it. Dude, that's why I won't.
You would be an excellent psychological experiment.
That's why I won't go to the. I think so. That's why I won't go to the fucking doctors about shit. Because if they diagnose me with something,
now you're just a victim.
Well, because yeah,
not victim, but you victimize yourself. You
yeah, you do.
Here's the reason why I'm like this. Like, no, it's my identity.
Like, look, there's levels to it. There is levels to it. Like, some people are legitimately retarded. They have a retarded issue. They have something that did not chromosomally align properly, whatever the fuck it is, they have a problem. But most people we coin a problem with, dude, they're just different. Because you know what scares me more than the dude who's the fucking autistic dude who remembers too much? You know what scares me a lot more than him? Is the fucking 7,000 Betty Sues in my backyard who all conform to the exact same life. They go to the Trader Joe's. They go to the Whole Foods. They got to buy the bag. They got to buy the Stanley. They got to do this. They got to post that.
I don't even understand the Stanley thing.
That's scarier to me than the people they consider the mentals. The mentals, I think, are the most authentic versions of us.
And partially, I'm also thinking like the average person, I don't see them very often. They're not part, like most of my life is mostly people who are on the spectrum. At this point, it's like 70-80% of everyone I know. So that's just the life I live in. I'm just thinking,
do you even know that? Like, are they diagnosed, or you're just like, you don't conform and act like normal people?
Well, I diagnose them myself. It's like, oh yeah, I know you.
Because compared to your layman, you're fucking different, dude. But those are fun people. That's why I have the NPC ideology. I truly believe in heaven and hell. I truly believe in God, and I truly believe in the devil. And I, with all my heart and soul, believe this world was built on a covenant, because that's God's grace, was built on a covenant with evil, right? The devil and his troop were willing to leave the grace and the amazingness that was heaven in perpetuity. And so the trade-off is the devil has dominion here. The way he's allowed to express that dominion is he has to show his hand. And so the powers that be, and I don't mean Donnie fucking Trump, there's way more important people than him. The real powers that be have convened with evil for millennia. And so we are all going to be subject to and made to be an apostate by that evil when you go against the grain too objectively. And I think that shows itself in a microcosm with what people call Karens. The Karens of the world, the real ones, not the people being dramatic about the fringe ones. The real ones are evil personified because they're absolutists on conformity and not rocking the boat. It's terrifying to me. That is the biggest evil of all, is the castration of individuality and expression. Because that's what we're here for. Yet again, dude, like, populate, procreate, develop more and better, beautiful people. That's why David danced for the Lord, because you're supposed to fucking have fun.
One quote and then a question.
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin. In reality, there is perhaps no one of our natural passions so hard to subdue as pride. Disguise it, struggle with it, beat it down, stifle it, mortify it as much as one pleases. It is still alive and will every now and then peep out and show itself. You will see it perhaps often in this history, for even if I could conceive that I had completely overcome it, I should probably be proud of my humility.
Isn't that ironic? To take pride in humility.
Do you have a separation between being proud and having pride?
Spiritually, biblically versus humanity, they're human. There is nothing wrong with pride, because there's a difference between arrogance and blind pride, where you think you are infallible and above repose. There's a difference between that and I'm proud of my effort. I'm proud of my decorum. I'm proud of my delivery. I'm proud of my presence. I'm proud of my institution within myself. There's nothing wrong with pride in oneself. There's something wrong with arrogance, greed, and an infallible mindset.
What about unchecked ego?
I think that goes hand in hand, right? I mean, oh, hold on. Oh, Oh God, that one was good, boy. That hurt. Woke me up a little bit. Unchecked ego.
In case you didn't know, because the audio probably cut it out, he just cracked his neck.
Oh, that hurt.
It's just don't do that at home, all right? Go to a chiropractor
What
or to someone who actually knows what they're
what
doing.
do you mean by like unchecked ego?
So if I think about like all the stuff I do with the podcast, maybe 60, 65 hours at this point of episode time, not including editing time or actual recording time, there's a certain level of pride. There's a certain level of this is mine. I've created it. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But hell, it's way better than going to strip bars or getting drunk every night and being like, hey, look, I'm happy. Like, I take pride in it, but if someone criticizes it, I'm not going to really care about what they say. But if they use what I make and put it in bad light, then it becomes another like, oh, I don't want that. Because if you're going to take what I make and then turn it against me.
But why do you care?
So there's both the pride of it, but also at what point do you say, my ego is not going to overcome how much I care about what other people think about it. Because yeah, what you were saying, why do I care? But also it's purely social. All of this is social. Social for me, social because sure, I don't have 1,000 followers. I don't really care about the followers and not too much about the viewpoints, but rather I care about the people.
Yeah. You appreciate the humanity in it all.
Yeah. So at what point do you say to your ego that the pride doesn't have to, that the ego doesn't overcomplicate the experience and the pride, and the pride.
That made me giggle a little bit. The damn proud I got. Fuck. I don't know that I think about this because I don't know that I struggle with it. In the sense that
you don't care about the people who are
I
talking
just
about
don't
you.
fucking care. Like, okay, golf, dude. I will literally beat the fucking brakes off of everybody at golf. And when I say that, I don't mean 100% of people. I mean, dude, I'm like a +2. I'm better than 99.9% of golfers on this fucking planet. So I can, without arrogance, say I absolutely am sure I'm beating almost everyone I fucking encounter. But when I encounter someone who can do better than me, I don't feel like I'm emasculated. I don't feel like I'm getting big dicked. There's none of this like egotistical nonsense involved in it. How the fuck can you not root for someone else? Like, I got a homie, Big John. He's like 6'5", 280 fucking pounds, and he fucking pipes the ball. Now, I drive about as far as John a good bit of the time, and then there's sometimes it's like fucking, like, you can't compete with this dude sometimes. You're like, how the fuck did you hit that thing? I'm never looking at him with a fuck you, I hate you, a jealous or animostic approach. It's, good job, bro. High five, bro. Fucking proud of you, bro. Because what does your performance do to me? It can only be a benefactor. Even in a prideful comparative manner, it can only be a benefactor. Because either someone appreciates your ability that they don't have, or you now have the opportunity to positively appreciate someone's success you're not capable of. And either mirror it, adjust your thoughts to it, or just in simplicity appreciate it for what it is and think it's cool, you know? So I don't think I have unchecked ego because I take on mentorship in all facets of my life. I don't give a fuck. I'm not so arrogant I think I'm right about everything. I have conviction. And I think some people, especially those who struggle with anxiety, depression, fears, they conflate someone with absolutism in conviction and willingness to participate with arrogance. Because I've been called arrogant by quite a few people, and not to my face, but I've been called arrogant and heard I've been called arrogant. And in reality, I just have absolved myself of giving a fuck about my reception in the theater you met me.
How would you define arrogance?
Thinking you're actually above it all, above reproach. You cannot take any criticism. You cannot be wrong. You are of 100% absolutism that your way or the highway is the fucking way.
So the God mindset.
Right, God complex. And even if I'm wrong, you won't ever know I think I'm wrong. It will always be hidden behind this fucking facade that I'm putting out. That's arrogance. I am an open book, and I've been proven wrong a million fucking times, and I've said dumb shit out loud because I'm not afraid to be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to eat my shit and I'm going to learn from it and move on, because that's how you become better. Again, the opportunity to fail is what begets success. And so people who are afraid and fearful and don't try never achieve as much success as they could, because their pride, it might be depression manifested, but it's pride. It's an ego. It's a complex of infallibility that they either believe they have or wish they had, that prevents them from being pliable to new information. I've been wrong a million times. Dude, I left a successful career, lost $500,000 fucking dollars, ran it back turbo, lost another quarter. Dude, I'm down over $750,000 in 7 fucking years of made and lost money, and 3 failed businesses on my 4th. And I swear it's going to fucking work. With all my heart, I believe it's going to work. And I might be dead fucking wrong. But if I'm dead fucking wrong and I crash and burn, I will have done it with my absolute best foot on the table. I will be sprinting at full speed. And guess what? I will just pivot. I will go do something else if I have to, because that's how life works. I'm not going to cry. I'm just going to move on.
You know what? The one thing I love about you?
What?
I have a quote for that.
Oh,
I've been wanting to get to the quote for quite a while, and now you have you brought it perfectly. Love you, okay?
I love you too, bro.
Great, dude.
Do it to me.
Nikola Tesla. I do not think that there is any thrill that can go through the human heart like that felt by the inventor as he sees some creation of the brain unfolding to success. Such emotion can make a man forget food, sleep, friends, love, everything. Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs. The future, for which I have really worked, is mine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been wanting to say that for the last
It's
hour.
fucking, because that's what the fuck this is all about, dude. Just do. Just do. You're creating your fucking world every fucking day. Just do it. And it's why you joked earlier about they don't see a lot of Will online. Yeah. Sorry. Because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I love people and I do the most retarded things in public. Who am I to not put that on the internet? Why is my ego, pride, fear of rejection, judgment, whatever it is that I might not be addressing, because I actually haven't thought about it enough, I should. Why have I not posted more online? Why don't I take the stupid shit I'm doing at XCal and put it online? The things I say to my homies on the golf course and put it online. The positive tropes that I'd go on. Not just the silliness, the realness. Why do I not share that with the world when I know they're missing it?
Because authenticity doesn't have timing.
Right. Right.
And if you try to record something like this, is fine. I've done this a bunch of times. So it's easy for me to go one to another. But timing and authenticity, trying to get both of them at the same time. Just like the one quote that I've been wanting to say for the last hour. It only works well, of course, unless you say it's a tangent and then other people are like, oh, okay, we're going to go up there. But for the most part, it's like, yeah, you could do social media. You would bomb the internet.
If someone would just film it for me, though, there was a rhetorical I just gave you, because I know what the fucking answer is, because I've said it to everyone. Will, why don't you film your golf more? Because dude, it's not me. I can't fucking set this faggot ass tripod up and go, millennial pause. Hey bitches, welcome to the fucking I can't do it because it's fake and it's fucking gay.
You know what would work?
Hidden camera.
So I did this for a vlog just because I wanted to talk to myself, and when I recorded it, so it was like an hour or so, I was walking through a forest. I just put a thing on my head, put my phone on, or you can put your phone on top, get a microphone, and then you send me the video and stuff. I'll process it and upload it.
Okay, so take it deeper. I won't even think to do that action because it's so
yeah. Well, that's the thing. If it's up, so the one thing I hate about vlogs, so these cameras are really nice. I love these cameras, and I would prefer to use them everywhere.
But they're not good for.
They're heavy,
yeah,
and they're expensive. So if I'm going in the forest, I don't want something dangling off that's stupidly heavy. But the second you put that on and you start talking like you do, your hands are moving and everything, you forget that.
But it's not. Dude, again, but we're talking triggers. The fact that I am consciously becoming performative, because that's still becoming performative. Putting on a faggot cap, because that's what it is in my brain. Hi, I'm Will, and this is me on camera. No, dude, I literally, it makes me seethe. I can't do it. I so wish.
If that's how you feel, how come you're doing that right? You're not doing that right now.
Because I wasn't involved in any of this shit. This for me, even if I'm boxing it, right? Because lie to yourself, even if I'm boxing it in, this might have to objectively take place for this to be posted. But the reason it works, I mean, the cameras, the fact that there has to be recordation.
No, I mean, you don't have to. This could just be audio, no video, no
but
nothing.
that's still recordation. That's any level of recordation. The fact that there has to be an institution of recordation instantly sucks me out of my authenticity. So if I have to be the proponent of its existence, I will fucking bomb. Because I can't. It triggers in my head instantly.
That makes sense. That's what happened during Chunky.
Right. We had to work it out to the point that I stopped trying to fucking do something I'm not doing. So it's the same for everything, man. I would be amazing on the internet, and that's my organic work in the things that I believe in with tech. I do because I believe in them, and I see a vision, and I see an end game, and I see it being a benefactor to those outside myself. And I hope that its success gets me enough money that I can literally get someone to just film me without me fucking knowing, so I can do the things I want to do for the world at scale. I know I'm inauthentic as soon as I consciously make it performative, because I will make it performative. I don't know how to trigger it to move away. Time can get it out. Like the duration of, like the commercial, the duration of us doing it and just fucking around with you off camera and off camera, eventually I meandered back to me, but still not fully, maybe 90%. This, I was able to be way more fucking authentic, partially because of familiarity. It's the second time we've done it now, not the first, so that helps. I know you better as a person outside of this scope as well. That fucking helps. But again, the fact that I didn't have to, like for the commercial, there was a script and a fakeness that I had to do because it has a product service suite. This is you just talking to fucking me. So yeah, one thing I could really do better about, I wish I could learn to be more appropriately performative for the benefit of other people, because be it a negative view of me or a positive view of me, I know that my experience can help people.
You probably already answered this. Just a question that keeps bouncing in my head. If you're so authentic and you have so much lack of caring for what other people think of you, why would it matter if you're being recorded? Why would it matter that you put the effort into recording yourself?
I don't know.
It's like, do you have...
I'm telling you, it's a trigger thing. I really don't
I know.
Like the depth of the answer. It triggers for people, and for me, something about it's a trigger. I don't know, something about the camera, the whole thing.
Is it because you don't want to become the same people you keep hating, or the ones that are so annoying that you see? Like you were talking about
the ones that seem inauthentic as fuck.
Yeah, that you don't want to become that.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be fake and gay. I want to be captured as what I'm actually being and trying to be. I don't want to be fake and gay. And I think the native correlation between the internet as we've propagated it to be and, you know, humanity, it just all seems so fucking...
So it's not necessarily the recording itself, but rather the perception of what it will be related to. For example, there was one...
Maybe so.
I don't know if it was a podcast or just a clip or something, but it was essentially that if you have a guy next to a bunch of strippers, it doesn't matter what he says, you're going to be associating that guy with that. Whereas if you have a guy who is in the forest, like, do you know Dry Creek Dwayne?
No.
You would absolutely love that guy. Christian as hell. He is down to earth. He is the cowboy. Like, you think about a cowboy, he's a cowboy, but not like the... It's kind of hard to picturize because, like, you take the stereotypical cowboy, you take the conservative traditionalist,
John Wayne.
Then there's like the new cowboys, like the guy in Interstellar. What's his name?
Oh, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, where it's like, yeah, but no. Like, he's a modern kind of
you
cowboy.
mean more like societal, like outlaw cowboy.
Yeah, it's like it looks forced rather than it looks natural.
Yeah.
Is it for you just an association thing that you don't want to be associated with that kind of group?
Maybe, because I haven't fucking done it enough for me to even tell you that I would be associated with that group. I haven't put enough of the performance out there to know what the outcome would be. So I guess I don't fucking know. Maybe I need to do another dive, another introspection on it because
it doesn't sound like It's not that you don't want to record. You just don't want to. Yeah, association.
That's probably what it is, dude. It's because everything you see, it's just so fake and gay. And I don't want to watch myself. You talk about unchecked ego. It's not unchecked ego per se, but I don't want to
show something that's not you.
Disassociate per se from the reality of who I really am, because I am accidentally becoming a caricature through the media propagation that I'm doing. That's why I say, like, if I could just be fucking hidden cameraed, I'd be so good at it.
Would you? Because if you have a hidden camera, that means you're candid. What if you can be candid and have a camera on you?
I am right now.
Yeah.
I am right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I need like a little fucking...
What, like a cuddle bear or
maybe
something?
yes. Or like, yeah, maybe
we'll get you a teddy bear. You can.
I need a fucking weighted blanket, dude. Maybe I do.
I'll get you Winnie the Pooh with his AR-15 or something. I don't know.
That'd be fucking cool.
No, there was apparently one scene in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh no,
where,
he had a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah, still.
He had his nightcap on, his little t-shirt, fucking
stay strapped or get clapped.
Got my dick out and my long barrel out. You ain't getting my honey.
Look, don't screw up Winnie the Pooh, okay? You can screw up Caillou. I don't mind that.
Well, I guess he'll be okay.
That's Igor.
Yeah.
It's not the same as
He got a place though. He'd be looking out for Igor. Yeah, maybe it is maybe I just need people to do it with.
That's gay.
Like seriously, maybe
it's just exposure therapy.
The content creation would absolutely, like, this is so fucking easy. Maybe I just need people to do it with, because it's the act of doing it by myself. Because that's the other thing too, is the authenticity doesn't come out in singularity. When I'm quiet, when I'm alone, I'm very quiet. Unless I'm like singing a song or fucking around with myself, like I'm very quiet. I don't even listen to music while I'm working. Like I'm very...
Well, so that's the thing. If I were to take my phone and start recording, like when I'm having a thought or something and I see the phone, the problem is you're limited to wherever that phone can see you. So there's also this like directional, it's like you can't be, like when I'm by myself, I'm all over the place. I'm talking to someone over here, talking to someone over there. I'm crazy, whatever. But the second you put it on something like on my head.
I don't know. I think I need people. I hate being alone. Because I'm an only child, and I also had a lonesome youth in the sense that I had a lot of, we'll say, surface associations and acquaintances more than I had friendships. And looking back, I realized it was more surface level than I might have thought it was, because I found out some fucked up shit.
Isn't that just everything that you're going to have? I mean, well, let's...
No. I mean, like
a bell curve kind of thing. That most people you meet are just going to be for the time, convenient friends.
Sure. But there's convenience and we'll say accidental benevolence, because whether it's fleeting or whether it's long lasting, there's no ill. There's just, we weren't that close. I'm not speaking of that. I'm speaking of, there's quite a few times the older I got, I learned, oh, you weren't even my friend. You were in proximity so you could talk shit. You were in proximity so you could information gather and do better behind my back. A lot of shit. Like I found out.
It's like fair weather friends.
Well, for example, love you all. Fuck all of you.
Oh, come on.
My travel soccer team.
I have to edit this.
No, they need to. That should be in it.
You just said that to editor me.
Yeah, not you. Fuck all of you who I'm referencing right now. My travel soccer team, I went to play high school with them senior year. I switched schools. And I came to find out, because I didn't use social media like that, come to find out in college that there was a not Will Cottingham account making fun of me all through high school.
Really?
And it was at least my junior and senior year. And the people running the account and liking the account and following the account were people I thought were a part of my inner circle every day of my life. I'm talking people I had played sports with for 5-6 years in travel. I'm talking friends from school or other social environments that I thought were my homies. And I go online and I found out you've been mocking and ridiculing and belittling and bad naming me behind my back the whole fucking time. So...
Interesting. I've never had that happen. So that's why I don't care. Because I've never had that happen to me.
So I think subconsciously I still hold on to these negative triggers I've had in early social media experience through the trope of...
That makes so much more sense why you don't want to do social media.
I think that is the answer. And it took me
one of the
thinking
answers.
about it and saying it now to realize that yeah,
it's like, one of the answers.
You guys, it started off so bad. Yeah. But I don't care. And that's the irony, I think, and maybe this will help get it out there, is where most people are fine here, just like they're fine behind the fucking mirror in their fucking car. They think they're fucking invincible behind that windshield. I'll rip you out of the car, motherfucker. You're not invincible. They think online they're impervious. I think in person I am. And it's fucked up that I'm somehow wired that way in a good and a bad way, because this should be even easier. But in person, I'm unabashed. I'm so comfortable saying something inappropriate or intense or uncomfortable for the average person. And I fall short on the online presence.
It's interesting you say that, because at least from what I've done with the podcast, I like to do in person mostly, but like I do remote episodes as well. It's funny how I will find women over remote podcasts a lot easier to talk to than in person. And I find guys a lot easier to talk in person than I do over the phone. Because maybe for women, it's like there's a barrier. There's a reason, like you can close it and you can be like, that's not in my life anymore. Whereas guys, it's like, I want that human connection. I want to be close to you. I want to touch you.
Well, it's twofold in a funny way, but it's twofold, right? Women are used to castrating themselves. And I know they don't have balls, because you ain't a woman if you got balls. They're used to castrating them.
I'm sure there's a lot of idiots who would say otherwise.
Actually, you can be whatever you want to be. So they castrate themselves socially in the sense that, do they think that there's these certain graces or presentations that they need to put on for the world? And I say graces loosely because a lot of it's being a slut without being a slut, right? Or mimicking the behavior.
There were so many memes during Halloween. It was like dads and their daughters are going for Halloween trick-or-treating, and their dads are all like panicking. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. Apparently it is.
Because what the fuck, and why is this pushed on them? Point being, they put themselves, because they infight hard as fuck. They say we do and we talk shit, whatever, right? Who cares? They castrate themselves and they pigeonhole themselves. And so for women, social media is easier because they already know it's fake. And the reason they know it's fake is because all the women they see on there are doing fake shit. And everyone they're looking up to is fake. And the person they bought the product from is fake. And their best friend is fake because they found out from Jenny that Stacy and they're so used to fake and faking things that the informality and the human connectivity being removed is their favorite thing and their most digestible. And men spend our entire life longing for connectivity, depth, community, love in a platonic and a emotional and loving way. So of course we connect better.
I don't know if this is just something I saw or something that's actually true. Or it is something that I saw. I don't know if it's true or not. That pretty women don't know whether or not people are lying to them.
Because they're so used to being fake complimented just because they're pretty. Yep. Dudes get the same thing.
Well, yeah, obviously. I would definitely smash it. You're smashable.
Dude, I had that happen. I went to school in Newport News. Bad News 757. Hard R News is also another word for it. Ain't gonna say it. Not on camera. A lot of gay. Whole lot of gay. And I'm me. Very expressive, very willing to engage anybody. Got hit on by a lot of gay dudes when we'd go out because I don't fucking care. Even if my girlfriend was there, I don't care, right? They're still going to compliment you. Still going to say shit. Wait, where were we going with that?
That pretty women are...
Oh, so pretty dudes. So point is, like, I also understand that because, dude, I'm not tall. And thank God Big Dog nerfed me. Because if I was 6'3" with this personality, blonde hair, blue eyes, I'm a whore. I'm a whore. And I don't mean women, I mean whatever. Like I know I would have been a worse person.
I might have to make this 18 plus now that I think of it.
I know I would have been or 16 plus, like PG-13, because I'm not really doing bad shit. I really would have been a worse person. And that's because I know I'm pretty. And I've actually seen it work to my detriment way more than work to my benefit. Because the fact that I'm strong, I know what I look like, dude. We all have body dysmorphia, but I can pull my head out of my ass. I'm fucking huge. I'm a big person. I've got a big personality. I'm pretty. I'm charismatic. I have a lot of positive qualities coupled with my attitude where people just assume I'm dumber than I am, especially because of the way that they might think it's performative, but the way I'm expressive in public, a lot of people just think I'm some big dummy, some big meathead, can't accomplish shit. And it's like, to an extent I am, but the irony isn't lost on me that pretty women lack that assurity that there's authenticity in the engagements they have. Because most of my negative engagements come from finding out second, third hand that someone said something behind my back. Because I get placated. I get treated with a bunch of bullshit that I don't care for. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Because why are you treating people that way? Like, you can say, like, oh, dude, like, you look good. Also, your attitude sucked, and I'm worried about you. You can do both. Just like you can go up to Pretty Stacy and be like, hey, you're fucking gorgeous. But I want you to know the smugness, ugly as fuck. I don't understand. There's an authenticity that's lacking in everybody.
There's a quote that's similar, but I want to make sure I get this so I can edit it later and put it in the beginning of the video. This is not the easiest of videos to watch. Not because Will's like doing anything bad, but rather it's just watch this, but know that it might not be suitable for younger audiences. Part of me wants to put it 18 plus, but also it's like it's not really 18 plus.
It's like PG-13.
It's like mature PG-13, right? If you have kids in the room, they might not like, it's not one of those like family friendly kind of episodes. Not all of mine are. Some of them are about suicide. One's about getting shot in the head.
God bless.
You know Joe Rudd?
No.
Black belt Joe. Joe, he went over to Iowa.
Oh, Joe got what?
He got 22 to the head.
Woo!
That was like 10 years ago.
I had no idea.
So he talks about that.
Okay.
Just so I have this on the edit, so I can edit this in the beginning. It's not for everyone. Be careful. Like, viewer discretion is advised. Anyways, so other quote that I want to get to. I'm going to say the quote first, and then I'm going to tell you who it's by, because it's interesting, the quote itself, and then who said it.
It makes it even better. Okay.
The infinite wonders of the universe are revealed to us in exact measure as we are capable of receiving them. The keenness of our vision depends not on how much we see, but how much we feel.
Who said it?
Helen Keller.
Conspiracy theorist over here. I don't know that she's real.
That's what Isaiah said. Screw whether or not you thought she was real.
I don't believe that she's real.
Take the idea of her.
Yeah.
Someone, I think, deaf and blind.
Yeah. So dumb, too. Objectively, because you can't be blind and deaf and fucking learn how to write, dude.
Disconnect.
Sorry.
And then there's also the other thing. The other idea is that women hear so many compliments that the smallest of insults hurt them, and guys hear so many insults that the smallest compliments they'll treasure for the rest of their life. That's
why women are petty and men, I don't know what the opposite of pettiness is, but that smallness is so important to them, right? Like the trope of the 35-year-old dude who remembers the time that he was 24 serving at Hooligans and the 21-year-old sorority girl said that his mustache looked fantastic. And he not only remembers which sorority she was in, but her fucking first name. Now the dude has a wife and kids, but he still remembers her like yesterday because that was one of 7 fucking times he received realness
from someone he wanted to receive.
Right. And the microcosms are the realness. It's not the big public grandiose expression of support in any kind. It's the, let me pick up the napkin for the waiter. It's the, hey bro, love you. Those are the ones that we stick with.
If you're always giving so much kindness to the world, then how do you also just say, not you don't deserve this because we just don't connect? Or do you just still be kind regardless of that? Because I feel like there has to be like some sort of boundary or barrier, or maybe barrier, but boundary.
I will be nice till you give me no fucking choice but to not be. And it pisses me off that I'm that way. It really does, because it's my pride, my ego, and my belief system fighting themselves, because I do think individually everyone's deserving of opportunity, right? Yeah. Stereotypes exist for a fucking reason. And I hate, fuck you people, it's a dirty word, right? I hate at scale a lot of things and a lot of people because stereotypes are real. But on an individual scale, on a micro interactive scale, I'm never walking into a one-on-one with someone of any race, color, and creed and assuming, fuck this piece of shit.
Why did you point at me?
Just because you're the one I'm talking to.
Direct point at me with eye contact.
I give every individual an opportunity to fuck me over before I decide they suck. So, I don't know. It's not to placate it, but I definitely understand why men, remember everything small, because I think it's a small act of kindness that goes unnoticed by most people, but I do give every single person a chance to give me a blank slate hello. And sometimes I do it multiple times because I don't want to assume that you didn't just have a bad fucking day and you have an attitude, because you probably did just have a bad day and have an attitude. So I might not be in the mood myself to try again tomorrow, but maybe a week or a month from now, I'm still gonna, what's up, bro? How was your day? Hit you with a text, whatever it is. You know, try to rekindle an old friendship, because sometimes you're not right for each other at that time. And that's when you learn to let things go or not too.
I kind of save it like, I mean, you kind of use the table as an example. Like I'm in the center and there's all these doors, like kind of like a Monsters Inc. where you have all these doors that go into different universes. And it's like vast majority of the doors of all the people I've met are still open. Some of them I don't look into. Some of them I go into very frequently. And then there are a few that I'm like, I'm going to close that door because whatever's in there is not for me. But of the possibly at this point hundreds of people, it's only like 5 or 6 that are closed.
I mean, permanently told to fuck off forever. Dude, not really anybody. Because why?
Interesting. No one has ever told you that they don't want you ever to.
Oh no, there's plenty of people who've told me that I need to fucking go rot in hell and dig my own grave and never be of existence again in their world, and that's fine. And I've probably expressed that more often than I should to other people, you know, because we all do things out of anger, spite, whatever, in the moment. But like I saw my dude, I'm talking, got her on my finger, 6 years, didn't work out. I wear my shit. It is what it is. Sarah knows. I saw her parents at fucking Home Depot the other day organically, and they just ducked in the car. And it's like, had I been getting out of my truck and I saw you walking up, it would have been, hello, nice to see you. If the mom would give me a hug or a handshake, whatever it is at that point, however we're working with each other. I don't have to fit your mold. And the wrongs that I did, the wrongs your daughter did, the culmination of it not working, my fault way more than hers. But the culmination of it not working doesn't mold and make who I am today when I've had, 7 fucking years, 8 years of life since that. Don't stick me into a fragment of time when we're not at that period, right? So why wouldn't I give you a chance to be a person again? Some things are objective. Like someone tries to kill you, you still don't have to hate them and try to kill them the rest of your life, but you can close that door permanently. You don't have to welcome that back in. But most things really aren't ever as harsh or intense as we make it to be in our own head. Just give it 5 seconds.
I think it's either a theory or just a thought. 90% of what you think will happen never actually happen, and the 10% that do are not as bad as you thought they were.
Yes. That's why they say just show the fuck up. Because all that time you spent thinking, oh my God, I can't participate in this. What if you just had a good time instead?
Happens all the time for like jujitsu or something. I'll be having like the worst day, go for a roll, leave that room 20 times better than I was ever feeling that day. And I didn't even want to go. I was like, I'm going to skip today. I don't
Showing
feel
the
like
fuck
it.
up is most of the battle. Dude, even when I have a bad day in the gym, I still did the right thing by going. Because I'm 1% better just for sucking it the fuck up and going regardless of how shitty I did. And, you know, we come across benefactors outside of our directed intent. Showing up at the gym, maybe I saw someone I hadn't seen in forever. Or maybe I make a new friend or acquaintance. Or maybe I just make someone happy when they were having a bad fucking moment. And ironically, I walk through that door, being my dumbass self. How cool. How cool to be a happenstance in someone's life because you chose to be pursuant to your own.
I was talking about this with talking about this with a therapist. I think our episode was like 5 episodes ago. Wonderful lady. She's very intelligent, and she puts up with my spectrum, which is surprising. And she's been a therapist for like 20, 30-ish years. And we were going on this back and forth between emotional letting go and emotional suppression. That some people...
Huge difference.
The way she was wording it was that emotional like compression is like you have all this emotional stuff and it's like slowly building up and you're packing it down and then
trying your best to.
And then
it blows up one day.
And then the way I was seeing it was like, it's just a balloon. Just let it go. It'll float away. So it's like in order to show up, sometimes you just have to disconnect. Just unplug it.
Because again, why do you think you're so important to everything else in existence, respectfully?
Well, I wouldn't say it's like a selfish kind of thing.
I do. Because even depression's selfish. It's hard for people to digest it that way. It's selfish as fuck. Why do you think you're so fucking important that you need to spend all this time woe is meing everything when you could be out there making someone else's day better, making your own better? Why are you not being pursuant to a life beyond?
You've been through suicide, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have too, which is interesting because now you have a different dynamic. Because I wouldn't call it selfish, because it's more of like looking really deep into yourself and knowing what exactly is wrong with you. Or in this way,
No, I'm listening.
you know how typically it's not so much that you don't care about where you've been, but you don't regret going through it. Like, it could have been the worst time in your life. You could have gone through so much emotional roller coaster, and that roller coaster went off the roller coaster and crashed somewhere else and somehow got back on, and you're still going through the same thing. You don't want to go back through it, but you understand the value it is to go through it. So in the same way, it sucks when someone's like really, I have a quote for this, but screw the quote. It's like, yeah, it's selfish, but also it's the deepest, most honest self-reflection you can ever go through. And sure, should you share with other people? Absolutely. But there's just part of you, or at least part of me, that was just like, just can't unsee it. You can't unsee the ugliness, the flaws, the darkness.
But that's what I mean. That's ironically, that is, it's negative, not trying to make light of it, but it's a negative fixation that's manifested from selfishness. Because why are you depressed? You're not depressed because Bill said you're a faggot. You're not. You're depressed because you don't have the fucking fortitude within yourself to know your self-worth and value beyond the scope of Bill's words.
Would you say that's a logical solution to an emotional problem?
No, I would say, I mean, you can box it into logic.
The way that you're
what I just said, you could box it into logic, but you could also recognize the emotional maturity that's actually the base of it.
You actually mentioned that earlier. How would you define emotional maturity?
The willingness to recognize that I'm one fucking person in a sea of billions, and that this experience isn't just for me. So you have to be willing to meet people where they are. That's why I say I give people the day I do every day, because, yeah, on the way to Excal, some dumb motherfucker might have no blinkered right in front of me at 80 miles an hour, and I'm absolutely about to fucking yam on that gas pedal, hit you with the bird, and move on. But that's it, I move on. And then I go into Excal and it's, hello. I hope you had a great day. Lou, did you go golfing this week? Michaela, did you go to the class this morning? Hey, Justin, how's your brain? Because he struggles with the migraines. How's your brain today, bro? Are you getting punched with a fucking hammer today? Or are we at a fucking fluid state? Hey, Nick, did the order for inventory go well? I know you were stressed about it. That fucking matters way more than, me, I have a sad today. That's being emotionally mature. Recognizing that emotion is fleeting. Happiness doesn't last. Sadness doesn't last. Nothing has permanence in your life except for what you're willing to repeat.
Then what's the difference between emotional maturity and emotional intelligence?
I think you develop them in cohabitation, right? Because
one's more like a dictionary, the other one's more the actions.
I guess here again, I think we try to schism so much to make things. And I think that comes from ego, not you.
I'm just trying to understand the world.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Not right.
I'm talking the way I want to talk.
Right. But I think the reason you talk the way you do is because you entered a world where all this jargon exists. The reason this jargon exists is because Freud and Nietzsche and everyone else had to put their fucking dick on it instead of just letting it exist. And so we try to scale things down too far sometimes when it's really just an all-encompassing concept. If you've been through enough with enough introspection and willingness to continue to engage humanity, you will develop emotional intelligence and maturity. Does that mean you will choose to be actionable on it or suppress it is up to you there forward. But you cannot go through this world. Everyone does it at different scales because we're not all the same. You can't go through this world and actually be of the world in the human sense and not develop emotional maturity and intelligence from where you came from. It might not be in the same light as mine, but you're not the fucking same person you were 10 years ago.
Counter question. If you could learn something that takes other people 10 years to, that would have taken you 10 years to learn, but by asking questions like that you learn it in one, which would you rather choose? Would you rather live life to understand it? In this specific case, would you rather live life to try to understand it, or would you rather understand it so you have time to live it?
As someone who spends so much time engaging outside of my brain, I have learned that you cannot truly learn without your own experience. You can't, because otherwise it's a figment of thought. You're trying to personify and personalize the experience of someone else and truly make it your embodiment. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I'm like the opposite. Like, I have to understand. It's almost like if I tell someone I love them and they ask me why, I better have 5 reasons why I love them. There should be this thing, this way, that quirk, but that's why I love you. And so there's multiple ways of looking at this. So 3 different things. If someone tells me that they love me, I'll reciprocate it. If I tell them that I love them and they don't reciprocate it, that's fine. But if I tell them I love, so it's like initiation. If I initiate it versus if they initiate it.
Interesting.
If I initiate it, that's because I have reason behind it. If they initiate it, I will reciprocate, but I might not have the reason behind it.
But the reason can't be loose, right? The reason can't be, again, it's like where I get my absolutism of thought in God being real, right? Like, dude, I look at grass on a warm summer day with a little shadow from a tree and just the right light hits it and you're just like, somehow I feel connected to that shit. Or you see a deer frolicking with its mom and you're like, do they not have emotions? You know what I mean? Like, or you fucking an embrace from someone you miss. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know how that can be. I don't know how sensational things can be deduced to a black and white of paper or information. Because you can read all day about love, but until you feel it, you didn't have a fucking clue what it really meant.
I don't see it like a black and white kind of thing, because there's no such thing as absolute. It's more of clarity. It's like instead of adding color, it's more of just adding a contact lens or something. It's like it was blurry, now it's clearer.
Okay, well, it's like love, right? Love's a spectrum, because shit that we could identify as Stockholm syndrome. Well, why is it called Stockholm syndrome? We on the outside call it Stockholm syndrome. The person who's the victim of it thought it was love. So again, an objectivity of digestion cannot beget an experiential existence, because I don't know what Stockholm syndrome feels like. At least not to my conscious knowledge. Now, what a fucking trip down a rabbit hole I'm going to take if one day I finally have conception that I was in that situation. What a mind fuck and what a reorganization of love, trust, whatever that I would then feel. I don't think you can ever get to that depth without doing. Because I can read about shit all day long. It doesn't impact me. That's why sensationalism doesn't work on our generation, because I can watch TikToks of people getting fucking beheaded and then turn around and see a puppy be born and then turn right back around and watch Fleur video. You can't objectify something like that, because, dude, you also experience it at such spectrums that's where a level of belief has to sometimes overcome conviction.
It might be, so you know the difference between perception and perspective.
Yeah.
It's more that I'm trying to see every perspective, because my perception, I assume, is false in some way.
Okay.
In a way, every single way I organize something is just another perception or another perspective that I can turn into a perception, but from their point of view. So it's a weird kind of connection. It's like a introspective.
Yeah, but are you getting that by engaging someone directly, or are you just reading information from someone else's life experience?
To understand both. It's like, here's information that you've given me. Here's a question about something that I've seen about you. Does that work? Oh, it does. No, it doesn't. Why? Oh, because of this. Okay. Then it's like, you know, the one sculpture of the sculptor carving out their own sculpture.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're just taking out what would be a regular block. And you're like, it's not this, not that. It is part of this. Okay, don't go that way. Go somewhere else. Then you learn more about the person, or mostly just learn more about myself.
Isn't that funny how it works?
Yeah.
Again, right? That's why I say there's selfishness respectfully to everything, because whether you're conscious about it or not, we are introspective all day.
I think I'm running out of questions. I still have the energy. Still got a little bit of something left. Is there anything you wanted to talk about? Any questions you want to ask me? All right, you 21-year-old brown guy. Okay. How?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he can't help you right now.
What else do I need to fucking say?
I mean, I have some other questions, but just wanted to see.
Keep asking me.
Okay. Psalm 34:4?
4-5.
4-5.
Quote it first. I sought the Lord and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fear. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces never covered with shame. What about it?
Why do you tattoo it?
So I liked it.
Okay.
Good reminder.
And then the other one that's upstairs that you have on the wall.
The man in the glass. What the fuck is it? When you get what you want in your struggle for self and the world makes you king for a day, go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that guy has to say. Because it isn't your mother, your brother, or friends whose judgment you must pass. The one whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back in the glass. I think that's important because sorry, I'm not distracting myself. I have real tears. I'm not gay. Because, dude, you have to live with yourself every day of your life. Every experience, no matter where on this earth that you're from, going to, or stuck in, I'm Will Cottingham at every step of the road. And so if I can't be comfortable with Will Cottingham, dude, I'm fucking cooked. Because nothing will satisfy you. The money, the vanity, wherever you find it, the cars, the houses, whether it's food, a fitness obsession, you're going to lose yourself in everything if you're not willing to break it the fuck down and actually be who you're supposed to be at the end of the day. And I think that's what the man in the glass is a human trope on, which is why it tugs me a little harder than the Bible. Because again, the Bible is, for me, I believe it's an objective truth. Of course, it's a subjectively written story because it's through people and human works, but it's time and time again in extraneous evidence outside the Bible, God has been proven real, and Jesus, and so many of these things. There's insurmountable evidence for me that it's real. So it's a loosely objective principality to build my life around. And then things like that are, like the man in the glass quote, is a human encompassment and attempt at vomiting back out exactly what the Bible's telling us at length, which is you have a heart, you have a soul, you have a mind, and if you cannot control it, command it, and be willing to make it pliable to the betterment of you, you're fucked.
So when you look in the mirror, what kind of Will do you see?
Dude, I see one that really fucking tries hard and has failed so many times, and to the point that I wonder if it's like my life goal to be burdened with ambition, drive, and a pursuance of excellence. And I always wonder if maybe I'm tasked with falling short for humility. That's who I am. I'm loving, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm passionate, I'm convicted, I'm proud, I'm steadfast, I'm earnest. I'm fucking insane. I am one of the most authentic people I've ever met in my life. And it took a lot to get here. But who do I want to be? I want to be better. I want to be better.
Give me a second. That's one of my final questions I ask people. Stop crying, dude. You're making me.
What is the truth? I want to be better.
Would you buy yourself a drink?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Why would I buy myself a drink? Ha ha. It could be an infinite number of reasons, dude. Because it's how the world receives me, right? So I would buy myself a drink out of curiosity. Whether it's what the fuck's wrong with that dude, whether it's why is he happy, whether it's why is he outlandish, whether it's why does he wear those dumbass clothes outside like he never passed ninth grade. Who fucking knows?
You're making me tear up, buddy.
I would buy myself a drink just because I'm authentic.
Dude, I'm tearing up. I'm trying not to tear up here. I hate the fact that I just prefer to empathize with people.
Nah, dude, this shit's hard. Like life's fucking hard.
This is gonna be, it's a stupid question, but I just want to hear it. Would you say that you love yourself?
Yeah. Not enough, but yeah.
Yeah. What would you say to that 12-year-old, 10-year-old Will?
Damn, that's tough.
If that kid was standing right here.
I don't know, bro. What would I say to myself? Fuck me. It doesn't get easier. You get tougher. It doesn't get easier. I don't know. I really don't, because I don't think I have the answers. I have no fucking idea. Do I still feel like a child? And not in a bad way, but I still feel like a fucking child. Because we are children. Dude, my president's a fucking man-child who's big and grandiose and orange with little tiny hands, and he talks like this, and you don't know what he's gonna do, but he might. Like, that's my fucking president. The world's a joke, as serious as we try to make it. So, don't be so fucking hard on yourself. Probably that.
But would you have gotten...
Find God sooner than you did? For real?
Would you be the Will you are now if you weren't so hard on yourself?
Fuck no, I'd be a bitch. I would have been I know myself, man. I would have been a conformist little bitch sitting miserably in a little cubicle just existing and not loving it.
So would you really tell 12-year-old self not to be hard on yourself?
In a different manner. There's hard on yourself from a pursuant trope, a pragmatic way, an insightful, a progressive mind, right?
That's so many synonyms. You told me that you don't like all this sort of stuff. If you could tell him one thing, just one sentence, one-liner. If I could go back to, what was it, 14? No, 11? Whenever I wanted to commit suicide.
You'll be okay.
It was, it's a 22. Brought it up to my head. Almost pulled the trigger. Maybe 2 pounds of effort if I wanted to. And it was in a closet where the gun was. It was probably like 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
Probably warm sun outside. You know, orange haze, kind of like that. I mean, it's like a 5,000 Kelvin. This is like 2,700.
Almost like a nice day, though. Yeah.
And you know, everything just crashes down, and I remember telling myself, just 2 more weeks. It could happen now. Just give yourself 2 weeks, see what happens.
Great, because what you might miss out on a lot.
No, it was more like if I could try this now, I'll give myself 2 more weeks. If nothing changes,
I'll just do it again.
Yeah. And if I was standing there, and I can see there's a doorway, and then there's like an empty space, carpeted. You know, didn't grow up poor. My sister keeps telling me how much harder it was when she was growing up. I mean, she's only 5 years older, but like,
still, that's a big difference in time.
Big difference. And if I was standing there and I seeing that, it's weird. I'm not even looking at this from me standing, looking at thing with my perspective. I'm seeing it from a third person looking at 12-year-old me. Was it 12? Maybe 8. Can't remember. But young me and then older me now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything. I would just give him a hug.
That's what I mean. I don't fucking know. I don't know, because that's why.
Nothing to be said. At least for me, there's nothing to be said, because nothing else would be changed. Everything would still go the way it is. Just, here's a hug.
I really don't know. I don't, because, fuck.
Well, if it helps, imagery. That's 12-year-old you.
Stop being so fat. See what I mean? No, that's the self-deprecation.
Well, I mean, it's how you try to, it's a weird form of discipline.
Oh, it is. It's a cope. It's a cope.
But if that, or, you know what, put it in the center. What would you want to say to him?
I really don't know that
Thing, really? Gosh, I was trying to make this so
no,
imagery based and
it's
like
for me, it's
triggers so much like what would it be?
no, because for me, it's again, dude, like you are an amalgamation of the self. You're a conglomerate of everything you've been through. So what would I say to me today, even?
I like how the more stressed you are, the more wordy you get.
The what?
The more wordy you get, you start getting good words. But I'm like, that makes sense. That's a good description.
What would I say to myself today? Dude, grow the fuck up and love yourself a little bit more.
But would you actually follow your own advice?
No, because I suck at following my own advice. That's the problem I struggle with to this day is I'm not kind enough to myself. I'm too hard on myself. I hate myself more than I should. Or you could watch it, but the book Great Expectations?
Mm-hmm. In a word, I was too cowardly to do what I knew to be right, as I had been too cowardly to avoid doing what I knew to be wrong. Quite an untaught genius, I made the discovery of the line of action for myself.
Yeah, I'd say if I got I guess it complements that. I'd say if I got a fear, it would be regret. I fear coming to a day I have intense regret. That's a big reason I'm so pursuant to trying to make people around me happy because, dude, no one checks on me.
I get like 2 messages a day if I'm lucky.
Well, and I don't even, dude, that's one like man trope I'm not so, as silly as it is, I'm also like not really against is like, yeah, bro, like you're a grown ass man, you know I'm gonna fucking check on you. But I don't mean every day. I mean like people I love dearly and passionately and would kill for, I can't even get like are you okay? Never fucking once. No one asks. And it's almost like being a court jester. That's where maybe I need to do more introspection and recognize like I don't want to pigeonhole myself into a life where I placate to something and remove authenticity from myself in reception from other people is I truly do feel like a court jester to an extent because I'm always trying to make other people feel better. And so no one ever asks the clown how they feel. And I don't mean class clown. I mean like a real clown, a pragmatic clown, like the Robin Williams thing, bro. Ain't no one fucking check on him. He spent his whole life trying to make you happy. He blew his fucking head off. Why do you think he was trying to make everyone fucking happy, dude? Because he's screaming he's not happy. That's why I go out of my way to make everyone happy, because I got absolutely dog shit, deep dick, ridiculed into I hate myself as a kid. I'm telling you, dude, and like, the fucking cherry on top was finding out the homies I played sports with and loved them to death were just roasting the shit out of me and doing things to my detriment behind my back as a young man. And so my like spirit of true like camaraderie, companionship, my willingness to just let people seep and have the opportunity to break, I broke it so hard, so young that I guess where my walls lie is I spend so much time trying to make everyone else happy because genuinely maybe 1 or 2 people have actually put effort into making sure I'm a fucking okay person too. No one ever fucking checks. Ever.
Going back to an earlier point, would you call that selfish?
It is selfish in the tone because the words are
not in the tone for what it is. The underlying.
I mean, because it is, right? I mean, because if you're talking about the self, it's selfish. Do I think it's a wrong selfish? No, but yeah, I want someone to fucking give a fuck. And I don't think that's fake and gay. I think the whole reason that we struggle and we've become in this radicalized, degenerate, hedonistic society with all our advancements is because we refuse to check on people. We'd rather placate it by inject bar here, inject school, inject drug, social, whatever it is. We do everything but, hey, buddy, I fucking love you. Good mood or not. Hey, buddy, I love you. I've known you for 2 fucking years. I've never asked you if you're okay. Are you okay? Why? Because I ask everybody. And I go out of my way, dude. Every fucking I'm willing to hand out your resume. I'm willing to hand out your business cards. I'm willing to hand out your I'm Mitch personal card just so people know who the fuck you are. Like, I want everyone to propagate a bigger life outside of what they currently have in a positive way. And I don't see people going to bat for me. And 20-year-old me just wanted 30-year-old bro at the gym to let me know I'd be okay. I wanted the older dude at the firm to take me under his wing and help. I wanted all this want for real, authentic community and an incubation of the self that I've never had. I don't have any lifelong friends. I don't have, and I don't mean, oh, woe is me by it, but I don't have any lifelong friends. I don't have any friendships that are longer than... I haven't known anyone longer than I've known Sarah at this point that are in my circle. I mean, outside of like familial or, longevity adjacent relationships. And I think it's because everything's so fake.
Have you seen Home Alone 2?
Yeah, way back in the day.
There's one where there's one scene, I think it's closer to the end, where Kevin's talking to the bird lady in the park.
Yes.
And she was talking about about love and everything. And he was like, people don't, it's probably not that people forget about you. They just forget to remember you.
But it's not that fucking hard. It's not. That's why it's fucked up, because it's not that hard, dude. Because if I can remember, and I'm not saying everyone's as good at it, there's a spectrum to life. But if I can, like I railed off a little tidbit about every person I met at the gym in 5 seconds. If I can remember all of that about all of you while building a fucking business and sleeping no fucking hours a day, you can't just say, are you fucking okay? What the fuck is wrong with you? And why is that gay? Why is that stupid? Why is that down-talked? Why is that beneath you? Who the fuck are you to be above or absolve yourself of checking on humanity around you?
I was trying not to talk about this just because it's personal, but there's this one person, she's, if you think about like the word sunshine, that's her, right? I love her with all my heart. She's absolutely wonderful. And she was talking about how she's trying to be that little sunshine for other people, and no one reciprocates it. And I mean, she's beautiful. Physically, yeah, but like emotionally, she just has this.
Right. There's an aura because of how she is.
Yeah. It's not even like, it's not emotional. Well, it's emotional, but it's also just spiritual.
Yeah. She literally is an embodiment of warmth, of love, of grace. Like,
yeah. And I don't know the quote exactly, but it's something along the lines of, people usually give what they want to receive back.
yes.
And like, and she has like a corporate job, and I'm like, it's not who. When she first started, she's gotten like promoted multiple times the last couple years, and every single time it happens, it's wonderful, right? All for it. It's just in the very beginning, or close to the beginning, I was like, sometimes it doesn't. Well, I'm not trying to tell her what to do or what to think or anything. But on one hand, it's like, you might work for it, but it doesn't work for you. Like, compatibility may be a one-way street, and it might work, right? It might get everything you want. It might do everything that you've always wanted to do. But it's like, emotionally, she's not a corporate girl. It's like, she just doesn't have the kind of, I'm not saying, like, she does her job really well. I'm not saying that she doesn't.
This isn't an output thing.
It's more of it would suck for someone to be that wonderful and that beautiful to waste it on such a stupid thing. It's like, there's only masks, and you do best when you don't have a mask. Every single time. Like, every time
So don't put one on.
Every time you're authentic, every time you're that little playful child, you see the little novelty, it's like your eyes will, no one else there is going to want that. At least from what I know, because I hate corporate America with a passion.
Because it's meant to make you robotic.
I am a HR violation. The second I get into there, you will get 3 lawsuits before I get my first paycheck. Exactly. Your hair is terrible.
My existence is a red flag to the modern world.
Yeah. And it's like, I wanted...
Fuck it.
Like, I'm going to probably clip this for her so she knows, hey.
Talking about you. Love you. Want you to be better.
Yeah. And it's like, you get to such a point and you've built up so much momentum, and it's like, it's just wasted. Why can't you just, like, she was talking about how no one reciprocates. So like, I've been sending her texts every morning just so I can, because I wonder if, now all the stuff that I send her, she doesn't respond to most of them sometimes. And I'm like, I'm just going to be consistent until you feel better. Because like,
it doesn't hurt me to do. And in my way, I'm trying to be beneficial to what I know you're lacking.
But more importantly, she's the reason why I started doing all this stuff.
Right. So you feel an ode of gratitude or owance to her.
Yeah.
That,
and it's like,
hey, if you're struggling, I owe you effort.
It's that one pivot point. It was one conversation. Ever since then, I've been trying to chase that high. Because I was hungry that day. We had lunch and like I was poking in my salad halfway through because it was just such a wonderful conversation. And every time we talk and we have like enough time to do it, every single conversation is great. And that hasn't changed. It's just like, why can't that be appreciated more?
Because we are literally trained to hate that level of authenticity. We are. Which is why it actually made me fucking cry, because it sucks dick, dude. Like, I put so much fucking effort into people, and they're just meh, meh, meh. But that's not speaking ill of me. What the fuck's wrong with you? And it's a yearning, it's a pain, it's an internal pain and suffering I have, not just for my longingness. Of course, I clearly want more closeness and proximity. I don't know if anyone watching this couldn't digest that. Or if anyone who's met me, and like, dude, if you know me, you can clear, and you're not emotionally retarded, you can tell I'm yearning for real fucking connectivity. And I don't get it. I don't have it anywhere. Which is why I think, to parallel my, we'll say, economic success, I feel like one of my burdens in life is I'm so emotionally mature despite what people might think of my actions. And I read people so well, and I have such an understanding for humanity that I feel like I'm burdened with the pain of never feeling enough connectivity or reciprocity for my appreciation for why we're here. Everyone's so lost in the sauce, be it a phone, be it the boss, be it fucking Ted's car versus your, whatever the fuck it is, dude. Something so inconsequential and irrelevant to you 5 years from now that people shoot themselves in the foot and have destroyed the real society that we could have for fleeting thoughts and feelings. That's also why I don't like corporate America either, because you want me to not be myself and you lost your fucking mind. So I will go broke into a box of beans before I have to placate to corporate America. I will if I have to, but.
And it's funny, even the people at the, like the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Bill Gates, you look at them and you hear them talk and you're like, there is so much more you want to say, but you can't because there's an entire multi-trillion-dollar company
reliant on you. Yeah. But you're seeing more and more that theater's changing back to the old ways of, fuck you, I can be expressive. And I hope that pendulum continues to swing. I mean, look at Zuckerberg's transformation. He went from a literal personification of binary output. He's fucking lizard robot man. I like to smoke the meats in the backyard with the friends, to my man's now a fucking gym bro, rolling around, sauced a little bit. We all know he's TRTing. Fucking styles get a little different. Watch starts coming out. My boy's having a little fun. He's being a person. He finally allowed himself to be himself. And yeah, of course, to an extent, closure, because multi-billion-dollar, almost trillion-dollar product. But you see him become himself. Bezos did the same thing. Elon's fucking retardation has made him a superpower of I can do what I want. But he's very lonely. I know Trump's fucking lonely. Andrew Tate's clearly fucking lonely. Alex Hormozy's lonely. And I know he's lonely because one of his most recent examples is I just fucking murdered my book sale, and then turns around and talks about how I had a trainer who didn't even want to be a fucking manager because he just wanted to be fucking happy. And I think that this dude has more emotional and social wealth than I do because he found something he had passion and drive for that didn't require extraneous circumstances. It didn't require a success or an attainment. He found love. Real love.
What would you say is the opposite of loneliness?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had enough of the opposite of loneliness to properly embody what it feels. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like so much of my life has been superficial and surface level that, I mean, the way Sarah loves me is the opposite of lonely. So I'm not trying to denigrate our relationship in any capacity, but outside of her, or like,
If you don't want loneliness and yet you don't know what the opposite of it is, then is it really loneliness?
oh no, I know what loneliness is because I feel it. I don't know what the opposite is. I don't know that I've had enough of the, as close to the absolute of the opposite to.
It doesn't have to be an absolute of the opposite. Just what would be, if you're not lonely, what are you? Connected, authentic, but you're already authentic, so how can you be lonely?
Because you can be authentically yourself and still yearn for fucking proximity. Because you still have to be able to receive it from other people. And it's not to say that I don't, right? I'm sure in a lot of theaters I do receive a lot of authenticity from people. But I've yet to find it at, I don't even want to say equitable, like it has to be of an equal yoke. But I've yet to find, at least with consistency, equitable reciprocation of my willingness to support.
Your willingness?
Yeah, pun intended. Seriously, whether it's I love you and I want to see you succeed, or it's I want you in my life as my life partner. Like I don't know, and I don't know if other people struggle with this too, and they're just afraid to talk about it. But I don't know. I feel like no one fucking really cares.
Is the opposite of loneliness silence?
I don't know. I do it here again. I mean, in a silly way, like I got tinnitus. Like I don't ever fucking hear silence. I don't hear silence. Like we could sit here for the next 5 minutes with no noise and I'm going to hear a ringing in my ear the whole fucking time. I've never known that level of internal peace.
Okay. So opposite of loneliness is peace.
I think so. Because you wouldn't be lonely if one is in solitude.
Well, solitude doesn't necessarily.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that they're synonyms. One can be in solitude and be in peace.
Yeah. The way I see it is my peace is my happiness. Like I allow myself to be unhappy. That's not the problem. It's just a matter of, am I peaceful being unhappy? And if I'm unhappy, then that's okay. That's temporary. I'll find people. I'll go to jiu-jitsu. But if I'm not at peace, something's disturbing my peace, disturbing my flow of cognitive flow, that I can't tolerate.
What disturbs my peace is grand. It's on a macro time frame. It's not something easily satiated. You know what I mean? What disturbs my peace is lack of personal success. Definitely disturbs the fuck out of my peace because I work so fucking hard to keep failing. And part of it's ignorance, and part of it's I just do the wrong thing, and part of it's not everything works out the way you want it to.
You know, one of my favorite quotes.
Hit it.
And you can take a guess who said this. Be proud of yourself despite your setbacks. Be proud of yourself, especially when you lose. Having that ability to say to yourself, you are good enough, you did well enough. And having that acceptance will lead you to making better choices later, which leads to better character development. Fail again, fail better.
This is something random as shit. Like I'm not going to expect the quote.
No, you'll once you hear it, you'll be like, that makes sense.
Is it someone I've already mentioned?
Yep.
Is it Hermosi?
No, someone that you can actually hug.
Dave? Sounds about right.
Would you say that you're proud of yourself?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Fleeting.
Why is it fleeting?
Because I'm not where I want to be. Dude, at this point in life, and again, right, talk about regret. Had I not shifted my foci into something I so, with every fabric of my being, believe is an important Turing moment in the world, I would have had an economic vehicle that would have provided me more simplistic creature comforts in a maybe it would have been a busier in a different way or a hectic in a different way life, but maybe a simpler life as well. I probably would have already had a kid or two by now, that's my goal. I want to have a bunch of babies. I want to have a big family. I want to build a big life. And I can't say I'm proud of myself because what I've selfishly pursued because of my depth of belief in it, it has castrated my ability to do the things outside myself I want. And so it's hard to be proud of yourself when you went from 26 years old with a fucking mortgage branch to I'm 32 years old and I've lost more money than I can fucking fathom. And I'm not married. I don't have a house. I don't have a baby. And I don't mean outside putting that pressure on me. I mean, these are life wants that I truly care about embodying and beating the brakes off of. I want to dominate those fields. I want to be the best dad I can be. I want to be a good funkle to my homies' kids. And that's cool that I'm one. I got a bunch of love around me, but it's not my baby, man. I want mine.
I have a counter question.
Yeah.
Would you say that 20-year-old you would be so jealous of what you have now, despite everything that you want?
20-year-old me would be jealous of my fortitude, my steadfastness, my drive, my effort, my emotional maturity, my discipline and determination, and my willingness to work hard despite lack of, seen success. He would tell me to be grateful for the relationships that I do have. He would tell me to be grateful for the situation in life that I am in, for my familial relationship, a couple other things. But I don't know. I was a wild piece of shit at 20. So I don't even know that I would have had the cognition to comprehend how much wealth I have, despite the complaints I have.
In the perception of what 20-year-old you was craving for.
20-year-old me just wanted sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I wanted to be rich as fuck.
But the underlying reason for all that, the acceptance, the desire to be included, to the attention, would you say that despite the fact that you don't have everything you want, that 20-year-old you would say all of that is irrelevant, and that who you are right now is so much more of an improvement than 20-year-old you would have ever?
20-year-old me wouldn't recognize me because I was a piece of shit. I really was. I might have convinced myself that I wanted some of these benevolent things, but they were definitely, even if they're the same desire on paper, they were from completely different mindsets.
Do you know that one? I don't think it's from the Bible, but it's something along the lines of, if God took away something you thought would never go away, can you imagine how much you would get with something that you never expected you could get?
Yeah, I can fathom a great reckoning, just like I can fathom a great, I don't even know what the fucking word would be on the opposite. A great gift of joy or success or whatever the fuck it would be. I can absolutely fathom both.
I'm just trying to I just keep going back in circles. I just want to know, are you actually proud of yourself?
Not as much as I should be, because I'm not where I should be. And that's inside myself. I know I'm not where I should be, dude. I should be so much better off than I am.
I'm not going to push.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. I'm not proud of myself.
I'm fine? Whoa. Watch out, Sarah. I'm fine.
Fine shit. FYNE. Fine shit. Labu. Stimming. Anyways. No, I'm not. Dude, I'm not proud of myself like I want to be. Because I'm not where I want to be. Selfishly not where I want to be. And in my ability to provide and nurture those I care about, I'm not where I want to be. And that's bullshit. And it is my fault.
Then, if you're not proud of yourself, do you have an appreciation of what you do have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the distinction. Yeah. Just appreciation versus proud.
Yeah, I definitely am gracious for the wealth I have. Because the wealth I have, dude, like I said, the only thing I don't have, and, now that I'm deeper into it, the truth is I'm also not as proud of myself and don't love myself as much as I should. But on the easier to digest topics, the only thing I truly don't have is the wealth, the actual monetary wealth. I'm wealthy in family. I'm wealthy in a woman that I want to spend my life with and love and nurture and develop a family with. And those are most important. Where I'm not wealthy is my monetized life, because unfortunately the institutions we live within, money's important. And so because of my lack of monetization and my business failure, I have also made it harder for me to do the emotional and social things that I long for, which is nurture those in ways I didn't get nurtured, and just be a hub of incubation. Whether you need to hear negativity reinforced with support, or you just need love, or you just need a homie, whatever it is, my failures have now truly, because it's macro time frame when you're talking 5 years, my 5 years of I should have fucking had money and I fucked it up over and over again have absolutely fucked with my head, because I can't help people the way I should. Not the way I want to. So Not proud. I'm okay with it though, because it was risk I was comfortable with. I just wish I was on the other side of the line. That's all. But I wouldn't say that with regret, because, you know, I don't think my journey's over. I really think I'm on the right track. I really think I'm on the edge of explosion. And the moment I can accomplish what I know I need to in the short term, I will be able to scale it and give back. And if I'm not the same person when I get there, I hope I'm a more benevolent one. And if I'm a shittier one, I hope I get my ass handed to me so I can course correct.
Yeah. I wish I had a quote to go on a tangent, but I don't. There's no quote.
So yeah, that's me, dude. Will has been lonely his whole life. Will loves everybody. He's a little fucking retarded and schizo and manic and definitely thinks things a lot of people don't quite understand or agree with. But I will literally give you my last shirt off my back. So it would be kind of fucking cool if more people gave a fuck. And not just to me, to each other.
Might actually have a quote. I have a lot of favorite quotes. That's why they're all on t-shirts.
That's awesome. It's good to have depth like that.
Yeah, this one was a more recent one that I found. What is love? Love hinders death. Love is life. Everything that I understand, I understand only because I love. Everything is united by it alone. Love is God, and to die means that I, a particle of love, shall return to the general and eternal source. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
That you're not proud of yourself, don't have either appreciation, but that you're still a particle in a...
That's why I wear it, because it's hard to remember. And at the same time, as I wear a cross, a heart made out of hands, I wear God, I also wear a little mustachio, because it's okay. And you're supposed to make people happy. Including yourself. I need to do better about it. Yeah, I need to do better about it. But yeah, that's also why I have a mustache. Completely counterintuitive to the scripture and the depth of my other works. This is just for the babies. And the ladies. And the bros. And the grandmas. Because it makes everyone giggle a little bit. Like, meh, see, meh.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but that's not what makes me giggle.
No, it's me. I know.
That's just a byproduct.
Well, it's a tool. That's exactly what it is. It's a tool to help amplify what I'm trying to do. Believe me, every one of my homies' babies, I've already taken pictures with their little fucking finger stash. Dude, my cousin's daughter, she was sitting on the little like play mat, and we're talking to her, and we're like, Eleanor, you got to put your legs behind you. That's how you get the power. That's how you get the boost. And she doesn't do that, but she grabs that thing with all her might, looks at everyone, boom, as hard as she can into the floor. Why? Who the fuck knows? It's a baby. She pops up, big old Indian dot right in the middle of her forehead. My cousin's freaking out because it's her first child. My cousin's freaking out. And what do? I grab Eleanor. I look at Connor, her brother, and I just go, meh, my friend, meh, and just try to fucking play it into both. And the baby's fine in 5 seconds, dude. Because it only knows what it's taught to know because it's still at that level of open bookness. Show me love, show me opportunity, show me bounce back, fortitude, strength, and I'll be okay because that's all I'm going to know. If you don't teach me fear, why would I know to be fearful of it? So it was cool because, you know, no disrespect to the mom, but she instantly was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And Uncle Will over here fucking starts playing with the baby, flips the little DJ baby turn discs on and starts making music. And she's like, I'm not crying. I'm fine.
Do you have anything else? Got 2 last questions, which we've already covered, but
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Keep it. Well, we've already talked about what you would have told yourself to 12-year-old you. So 2 questions. What would you have told yourself to 20-year-old you? And what would you want to tell yourself to 10 years from now?
20-year-old me, you're going to grow the fuck up and realize how unimportant a lot of the shit you're wrapped up in is. So chill the fuck out. And I don't think that would have changed me in the sense that I'd end up on a completely different life path than the magnitude people try to go down. I just really like chill the fuck out. Most of this is just surface tension. You're fine. 10 years from now, man, 10 years from now, I pray to God I've got 2 or 3 kids, house, better familial relationship, better structure in close proximity, friends, godparent, the real crew, a better life situation full of real love and warmth in a bigger community is where I hope I end up. And I hope that at least one of the vehicles I've been killing myself for success on the last few years is what takes flight and gets me there. Because if it would, the lengths I've gone to for pain and suffering and failure, I can't imagine how motivated I would be for success. So I hope I'm as benevolent, good-natured, and altruistic in my actionables once I've consecrated my success as I am, prosing where I'll become.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You know what? This is all right. I'm going to give you a hug.
Well, I love you. You're a good dude.
Yeah, you too.
You are. You're a good dude.
Yeah.
So am I. This shit's just fucking hard.
That's gay.
Yeah, bro, it is funny. I mean, you get to see these little bits of us that no one else does, but it really is like,
Yeah.
I just wish people would give a fuck. Because I really don't get why they don't.
Yeah. David was talking about the same thing.
Yeah, because he's a man. No, he's not. That's what I love about knowing Dave and being so emotionally cognizant as I am, is Dave's not fucking. Dave wants to cry. Dave wants a hug. Dave wants a fucking friend, not look at him like a war machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's so tough.